James, do you want to do the intro?
No.
Every time.
I mean, it does work a lot better when he's here, doesn't it? We did it last week when you weren't here. And it's not as fun when it's just met with silence.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm going to just jump in with it. Welcome to the Pacifist Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about, well, food, really. The Last Supper is what we posted, but, well, we'll get into that in a minute.
Won't we just?
Yeah, so the idea is, what would your last meal be? It's this weird drink I'm drinking. Very weird. But yeah, your last supper, your death row meal, whatever, your final feast.
Yeah.
That's what we asked on Facebook with what I personally thought was a really funny picture of the Last Supper with our faces on it.
Yeah. Including one of Conehead me as well, which, you know, that was a nice addition. Please thank our graphics team for that.
Yeah, Conehead me, for our keener viewers, has featured in the podcast before. Mushi's not seen it.
Mushi might have turned off before this point.
Yeah, he missed that little Easter egg, literally.
I fucking hate that picture, and what's been done to it is disgusting. I feel violated.
It's like where I've hidden it in the video. It's kind of like, you know, that picture of the evolution of man where it goes from like the knuckle dragging Neanderthal up to the upright man. It's a bit like that. It starts off as your normal face, and then your eyebrows go and your head goes coned. Yeah, you can blame Jeeves for that. He was the one who supplied that artwork.
I know exactly where it's come from. No, I know exactly where it's come from. I don't need any bullshit.
I asked just for the eyebrows to be removed.
Yeah.
The cone head was his own.
Did you make it yourself?
No, I got the photographer at work to do it.
Oh, genius. Well, thank him, because
I was like, if you're bored, do you fancy taking off these eyebrows? He's like, yeah, I'll do that. 20 minutes later, he's come back. He's like, yeah, check your Facebook. So I've gone on Facebook, and he's like, there's the first photo. Do you want the other one? I was, what other one? And he just sent that, and I was just like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, saying that, as annoying as it is, credit where credit due, I'm just going to do a quick plug. Do check out Duncan, DKF Photography, Duncan Nifton's photography. He's a really good photographer. He did all my kids' school pictures with the COVID thing going on and all of that. He still does sibling pictures, which a lot of schools don't do. Brilliant portrait artist, brilliant landscape artist, everything. Just I don't know any other sort of dimensions, portrait, landscape for it. No, but he's very, very good. Do check him out.
he does weddings and stuff like that.
Yeah. So credit where credit due.
Clearly, he's a very talented Photoshop artist. So, you know. And
yeah, he does do Photoshop as well.
Is he a triple threat?
I need to get the one. I need to get the photo of you with the devil horns.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Jeeves, hook me up.
Okay, and chances are that's just appeared there for our viewers, not our listeners, obviously.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that in a while. Yeah, it was where he pointed out. Wasn't it good? Look, I think we should get the ball rolling on this. We'll start straight away with Jesus, because we all know he literally lives off of a diet of biscuits and skips. Is it not skips you're normally eating? Is it Pom Bear?
No.
Oh, I don't know. It's some sort of crisp.
His idea of a gourmet meal is a bit of damp bread or something. Maybe malt bread for a bit of flavour.
Oh, malt bread. I quite like malt bread, actually.
Lovely.
Go on, James. You're on death row. They've given you an unlimited budget. You can have whatever meal you like. What are you having?
Do you need a moment to think about this? Because I have a tangent that we can go down.
Let's go down a tangent.
Yeah, I was just thinking where you said death row, you know, last meal. That's how the conversation started off. I just want to address where it ended up once we involved the wonderful world of Facebook.
Amen, brother. Amen.
So it started off as you're on death row. What's your last meal going to be? And then we thought, why just stick to death row? Why not just have a Last Supper as a whole? You know, so you can literally have anything. And that's where the idea of the little picture with the egghead came from. And we thought it'd be a laugh to stick it up on Facebook. You know, it's a decent photo. Stick it up on Facebook. Get your guys interested and stuff like that. And what happened, Sam?
What happened? Should I tell him what happened, Mushu?
Please do, Jeeps. I don't know if you're aware of what's going on with all this, but I am holding you directly responsible. And I'll explain why in a minute. What's going on?
Okay. So anyway, if you do or do not know, you are able to boost posts to get your reach a little bit further out there on Facebook. It doesn't cost a lot of money and it's seemingly quite effective. Anyway, so I asked Mushu to put this picture up. It's what we were just talking about. I'll put a picture up of it now for our viewers, as opposed to our listeners. And the rest of you can find it on our Facebook page, which by all means, like. Mushu I asked him to post it up there because he's a bit of a wordsmith in comparison to myself, where I just put, what's your favourite food? He'll write something and it's a little bit eloquent and nice to read. Anyway, he puts it up whilst he's on the toilet and boosts the post. And I immediately message him and I'm like, why have you boosted a post for the podcast on Sunday when the boost is going to last a week? And he's like, oh, I don't know, it was an accident. And I was like, well, fucking take it down. You don't need to. It's pointless. Anyway, he's only gone and fucking left it, and it seems to have boosted it all over South America and Thailand. None of them can fucking read what it says, but they all see the picture of the Last Supper and they love a bit of God over there. They fucking love a bit of God. So he's got like after like, and I'm talking like every minute or so, my phone goes off because some rando with a name I can't pronounce is liking the post and writing amen in the fucking comments. Now,
that's my favourite.
Being the sarky fucker that I am, I'm trying to cash in on this. So I'm writing, oh, like our page for Jesus and subscribe to YouTube for God after most of those comments. But yeah, it's descended into madness, people. They start sharing it and everything.
I mean, it's a rabbit hole in itself, that post, the comments section. It starts off with lots of sensible and very good suggestions as to what last meals would be, and we'll go through some of them in a minute. And then someone has just posted the word amen. And after that, every single post has been amen. And I mean, we are legendary. I wouldn't say we're at godlike status yet. The amens are quite nice. It's nice to have the practice in there, you know, for when people are worshipping us. But for the minute, I think it's a bit too much. But as mentioned, it's post engagement. So I'm quite happy to steal these follows and likes and amens from God.
I think Jesus has just seen the post by the look of his face.
I'd like to point out as well that a lot of them have been putting the hands together emoji. Yeah, that's actually a high five emoji. That's not actually a praying one.
Oh, mate, they're putting amen on a post asking what your death row meal would be. I don't think they know anything.
No.
Oh yeah, I've just said don't forget to like for Jesus and subscribe for God. Jesus Christ.
We're definitely going to hell, Mushu.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the comments from when they watch the first one. We'll get the family round. It's going to be like a religious sermon. It's going to be lovely.
Yeah. Have you got a good South American accent?
Don't forget to like our page. It's what JC would have wanted.
I forgot I wrote that one. But yeah, I mean, that really has been tickling me all weekend. Oh my God, look who's just joined us.
Is it God?
It may as well be. It's the man, the legend, the Rambo himself. Unbelievable. Oh, he's gone.
Hi, bye.
What a glorious glimpse that was, though.
Yeah, I know. I saw like a bit of his arm. I saw his nose.
Can I just take a moment to share some happiness that it wasn't just his bollock that appeared on the screen and then disappeared?
Yeah, I'll quite happily jump on that.
Yeah, 100%.
Makes me sound like I'm ravenous for bollocks.
Hold my beer. I'll be right back. Actually, it's got me said hello. There he is.
There he is. How you doing, mate?
How's it bloody going?
You good?
Fucking everybody's here.
I Oh, look at that, the full caboodle. We were just
Yeah.
talking about our last Facebook post, Zach. I don't know if you've seen it, but we're stealing likes from God.
Stealing likes from God. Okay.
Yeah, it's been
How you-
completely hijacked by less English-speaking religious people, and I was trying to think how to put that without being really patronising or offensive. Yeah,
More.
we're currently on about 400 likes, and most of them from random little old ladies in like South America who are just like, "Amen."
Yeah, amen. High five.
The power of Facebook.
It's got to be said. I do like all the high five emojis, though.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes me good. Rambo, as your connection is always the weakest of ever, can I just quickly ask you straight away what your death row meal would be? If you could pick one last meal, what would you have?
It'd be a carvery from the sloop in Wootton.
That is such a shit choice. I mean, I've been there, but a carvery, not a Christmas dinner.
I can only assume that Zach's on the payroll there because that's a very, very strange last meal.
Oh, well, it is. And I mean, we should definitely, there's definitely a plug there for him. Well done, mate. It's so oddly specific.
Mate, the carvery from the sloop. Perfect, mate.
Yeah.
The turkey, get a bit of turkey, mate. Fucking stuffing, Yorkshire pudding, shit ton of gravy that about 40 people have touched that day, mate.
Yeah. COVID sauce, I like it.
Just adds flavour. Now, are you one of these people that does the cheeky sort of like, oh, do you want chicken, pork, or beef? And you're sort of like, yeah, and goes for all three. Yeah,
Bit of both, mate.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Now, I don't know carvery etiquette. Is that allowed?
Yeah,
because I always feel slightly guilty. Zach's saying no.
No, it's one meat, isn't it? One meat per person. Unless you pay for the upgrade, then you get a choice of meats.
Upgraded carvery.
I always pay for the upgrade anyway because it's £1 and you usually get sausages wrapped in bacon in my local carvery.
If you keep paying for the upgrades, the meat's made out of robots and the potatoes fly. Brilliant. Yeah.
They're baked. See, actually, it's funny you should mention potatoes because that's my favourite thing on a roast dinner, and that is the thing that at a carvery is always shit. They're never crispy. They always look amazing, and you're like, "Fuck yeah, I'm going to load my plate up with these lovely looking potatoes." And you get them back, and you're like, "Oh, microwaved, lovely, just soft."
Yeah, it needs to be proper roasted in goose fat.
Oh yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah,
I am. But
that's
still,
a potato I can do.
Yeah, roasted potato. I am. It's got to be said. The roast dinners and the Christmas dinner comments, because there were quite a few. I think a Christmas dinner is up there. If I'm about to be electrocuted, I think I'd be really sleepy after a Christmas dinner. But I do love a Christmas dinner. It's when I don't do a Christmas dinner. It's a Christmas feast, so there'll be turkey, beef, and ham. It's basically a carvery on the table.
So they could give you your Christmas dinner and then literally leave your cell unlocked. They'd be like, "Oh, we're going to lock the door." It's like, he's not going anywhere. You're just there like...
I'm doing the bell. Yeah, I'd be like, "Oh, I don't suppose you've got a stand-up comedy we could stick up on the telly, do you?" I'd love to watch a special right now. With the way that I'm so full, I feel like I was dying anyway. I could probably save you a few volts.
What's that? The Christmas special of Some Mothers Do Have 'Em from 1980. Stick it on. Perfect.
Yeah, definitely. I hear there's a Gavin and Stacey special out this year.
That'll do. I don't know about roast though. Like, I was just thinking, and I was gonna say I wouldn't want to pick anything that I could have every day, but obviously I would go for Mexican, which I can have every day, so I can't say that.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of a roast dinner though. Not to the point where it would be my last meal ever.
I find this is probably one of the hardest questions for me to answer because I just love food. Who is it? One of the comments, Alice Clark, I think the comment. I'm not going to read the whole thing out because there's just so many. I'm going to paraphrase it. She wrote, "Everything my mum's ever cooked for me," which I thought was a fucking genius little loophole answer. Because if you're like, because that's got to be thousands of meals, like literally thousands of them. I mean, her mum must be an incredible cook.
Yeah.
For one,
like going, oh, I want an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah, it is. That was also that I thought about an all-you-can-eat Chinese. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite done yet. Not quite done yet. Just keep holding a pork ball for like 20 years later. You've still got it. Oh, I think I can nearly manage it. No, not yet.
Yeah, it's prawn toast for me. That's my big weakness at a Chinese buffet. Love that shit.
I'd want to have a buffet in America. I've been to one of them, and it was like over 3 floors. It was fucking ridiculous.
Now the Americans know how to do their food, though, don't they? Like, if there's one thing they do know,
they do. But there's certain things.
As long as they can fry it.
Yeah, whoa. I mean, have you ever tried their mashed potato?
Ugh.
No.
It's always powdered potato. Because so I lived out in America as a kid. I mean, I've probably mentioned this before. I mean, just saying.
Yeah.
And I went to quite a lot of all-you-can-eat places because I'm a fat fuck. And every time I'd always try and make my plate like a proper plate. So meat, carbs, vegetables.
Yeah.
I'd just try and make like a normal looking plate. And every single time I'd have mashed potatoes, it was always smash. And I can't stand that shit.
No. I mean, mashed potatoes aren't hard to make anyway, are they? Like, to make a decent mashed potato, all you got to do is put a bit of elbow grease into it. But
yeah, and mashed potato.
But you take things like barbecues though. They've taken the art of barbecue and turned it into a fucking, I don't know,
a religious experience,
a different art. They've taken the art of barbecue and turned it into the art of good barbecue.
Jeez, sorry, Rambo. That, sir, is magnificent. I don't know, only our viewers will be able to see this, but Rambo has spent the last 2 months growing a moustache, and look at the progress.
That's coming along nicely, mate. Nicely. You look like a fucking brigadier.
It's like a Red Baron.
Yeah, but so the Yanks, but I was watching a thing, that Gordon Ramsay program where he's with Gino DeCampo and Fred from First Dates, and they travel around, and they're traveling around the States, and they were looking at the art of the barbecue and stuff like that. And my God, like the wood they choose, it has to be certain wood that's dry for a certain amount of time. Like they mop the meat as well. They slow cook it and they mop it down like every hour. And it looks incredible when they bring it out. I mean, the thing is with the last meals is, because I was thinking about this, do you go for something that you've seen on telly which looks really, really nice, or do you go with something you've tasted before? Do you take that gamble?
I went for
it's got to be something you've tasted before.
Do you think though? Because how many times do you watch these videos on Facebook of like Ramsay doing a steak or something like that, and you just think like that looks like the most incredible? All these videos where they pull the meat, they just pull the bones out of the meat and it all falls down and it looks amazing, and you just think that looks incredible. But
I think if it's cooked by Gordon Ramsay, I'd probably try it.
Well, it's your last meal, mate. You can ask for whatever you want, but would you ask for it?
Probably not. I'd rather stick with something I know I'm going to enjoy rather than
like a rich tea biscuit.
Yeah.
A rich tea biscuit and a chicken and mushroom pot noodle.
No, I don't like chicken and mushroom pot noodles. Beef.
Beef. Do you know what? I couldn't work out which one to go for.
Okay, so Zach, you're going for your sloop roast. Drink wise.
Oh.
Just as important, you got to wash it down with something.
One drink?
Yeah, why not?
Pint of
there would be a glass bottle of Coca-Cola and a chocolate milkshake from McDonald's.
Okay.
I assume you want a plastic straw from somewhere, though, not one of their horrible paper straws.
Mate, if they turned up my last meal with a fucking straw that they're giving out now, mate, someone else is going to die that day.
He's not going down alone. He'll just hold hands with someone as they flip the switch.
I honestly, those paper straws, I used to like nothing more than zipping through a McDonald's drive-through and just grabbing a big large drink and just being off because it was cold, it's full of ice, and a plastic straw was wonderful. Now I have those paper ones. Everyone just tasted fucking cardboard. Yes, I'd have a double cheeseburger as well, Mushu. Obviously.
I always go through the drive-through for a Coke. Yeah, make sure it's diet. I don't want to get fat. Because I'm watching the calories. No, but since the paper straws are coming, I don't even bother going there now. If I go there, I just take the lid off and drink it like it's a proper cup. Do you do it like it's like it's a sort of an afterthought? So you roll up and they're like, "Can I take your order, please?" "Yeah, I'll have a large Diet Coke, please." "Yeah, okay. Anything else?" "No." "Oh, actually, yeah, 20 box of nuggets, please, and 3 double cheeseburgers." "Yeah, that'll do fine."
Never will I ever order 20 chicken nuggets because I'm neither a woman nor a child.
Whoa.
What are you going to do about it?
Well, not a lot. Go on, Zach.
I was just going to go back onto the straw incident, right? Do you know what fucking really annoys me about people going to McDonald's, yeah? When they take their own fucking straw, you know, those metal straws, yeah? Disgusting. That's why fucking coronas get spread, because of fucking straws like that. Stupid twats. Anyway.
Okay, how? Because it's your straw. I've got one of those stupid metal fucking straws, as you call it.
You can't wash them.
They are unhygienic, mate, and they're fucking disgusting.
Yeah, but it's going in my mouth, in my drink, then in my pocket, and repeat. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm going to just dip this in your drink, have a sip.
Yeah, but the thing is, like...
Yeah, but where do you put it afterwards? Where do you put it after you used it?
I've got like this sort of pencil case condom thing for it. I'll just stick it in that.
You've got a holder for your own special straw.
Holder. It came with a holder, Mushu. I mean, I bought the straw and it came with a holder.
Are we all on the same page here, guys? Yeah. We're just imagining Sam sitting down with his milkshake in front of him, just like, out comes the napkin, out comes his little wooden box, his little mahogany box with the gold hinges. flip the latch up. Take it out, just blow the dust off the straw, pop it in, and then enjoy it like a proper aristocrat.
Exactly that. You should see my cutlery set that I keep in my work bag. Damn, son. It's incredible.
There's a name for people that do that sort of thing, isn't there?
Civilized.
Oh,
it began with civil.
No, I was on Andy's line there.
No, I've never actually seen anyone take their own straw into McDonald's, but it depresses me that people do.
Well, admittedly, I've lost it now. I don't know where it's gone. It's probably in my cutlery drawer.
I mean, Rachel used to. She always used to. She had a collection of straws that they'd always be on just like the draining board, and she'd just use these straws over and over again, just little plastic ones, and then just rinse them through and put them back on the draining board. And I always found that a bit weird.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
I'd just use one every time, but clearly I fucking hate dolphins.
It's turtles I don't give a fuck about. Shut them up their noses. I mean, because what no one realises is that turtle, he was puffing a fucking line of coke just before that. He couldn't. He's got no fingers.
Man.
Yeah, he can't roll up a £20 note because he's got no fucking dexterity.
It's turtles I don't give a fuck about.
He just fucking headbutted the straw into his nose and fucking hoofed a line of coke.
Yeah, exactly. He was quick though.
While we're on the subject, any endangered animals that you guys want to do in?
I mean, there's actually quite a few endangered animals that I would quite like to try before they go.
I'd punch a polar bear.
You'd punch one?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't want to punch one. I want to cuddle one. I want it to, you know, when they stand up and roar.
I'm pretty sure the end result's the same, mate.
And I just want to wrap my arms around it and go, "Oh, he's a big boy."
I'll definitely be dying.
Oh,
yeah. I'll be like, "Is that your lipstick? Is that your lipstick?"
Red rocket, red rocket.
You thought about this way too much, Peanut, man.
Yeah, man. Of course I have. Wouldn't you like to hug a bear? I mean, if you're gonna get eaten by it, you might as well probably get a cuddle. I'd probably put my energy into getting away from it rather than hugging it. You can't outrun a bear.
Oh, come on, fat boy. You ain't going nowhere.
Mate, yeah, Rambo.
I can't outrun a tortoise.
They both could.
But I'm not talking about outrunning it. I'm talking about escaping it.
How?
What are you gonna fucking do?
Yeah. Have you seen how they burrowed out? That's just sort of what Jeeves did there.
I'll bite it on the nuts. I don't care what you are. You could be any creature in the universe. You get bitten on the nuts, you're letting go, and you're being like, "What the fuck?"
Have you seen those clips of honey badgers attacking lions? They just go straight for the bollocks.
Yeah,
vicious.
Honey
so
badgers.
Vicious.
What an animal! Because they just got no fear. Fuck it, I'll attack it. Giraffe, yeah. Elephant, game on. Although I
really
imagine an
smart.
elephant's bollocks are quite leathery.
That's the one animal I don't want to eat. I think it would be horrible. Nothing about that animal looks like it would be tasty.
Do people eat elephant? I don't think they do they?
I googled it once.
No,
huh? What did you say?
I saw a picture of an elephant's end of a tail the other day, honking.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, does it?
Which end? I mean, I'd imagine neither are that good.
No, I think with the far end's got a little fluffy bit.
I mean, that's cute because they hold them, don't they, when they're walking?
Yeah. Okay. Can I just ask? Is all the information that you know about elephants, did it come from the Jungle Book, that original cartoon all those years ago?
Pretty much. Do they not do that then?
I ain't got a fucking clue.
They probably don't fucking trumpet and march either.
They do hold each other's tails, mate, the younger ones.
Thank you, Zach.
That's so cool.
See, I'm glad we've got a resident wildlife expert.
They hold on to the tail, which is by the arsehole, with their nose. That's such a shit deal. Walk side by side, hold trunk in trunk. Ooh, that doesn't sound right, does it? Anyway.
Yeah, but then you let dogs literally say hello to each other by shoving their nose up each other's ring pieces. So they love it. Maybe we're the odd ones for not spending enough time around our loved ones' ring pieces.
Well, I mean,
Andy, I'd like to point out Zach spends a lot of time around yours.
That's true. That's because we're in touch with our primal side. That's what it is. We're just greeting each other.
Lord alive. Actually, do you know what? While we're on the tangent of random animals, have you guys seen the movie Rampage?
Yes.
With The Rock.
I watched that last night.
Oh, well, this is very convenient because Jeeves, have you seen it, mate?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, so
are you? I do want to watch it though. Are you going to talk about it?
Only mildly and on a not really. I'm going to give you a brief overview.
I'm going to go for a smoke.
Yeah, disappear for a minute. Anything. That's a good idea.
Okay. So you know how those animals, they eat the fucking stuff and it makes them massive?
Yeah.
Okay. What animals do you think would be worse than a crocodile, a wolf, and a big monkey?
Skunk.
Or whatever the fuck. A skunk. A good answer. Straight off the back, Mushu. Very well done.
Imagine that, though. It just literally gas half of the world in a poisonous, not poisonous, just bad smelling odor, like gas. Like half the world stinks of shit.
All because of this one thing spraying out.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic answer. What about you, Rambo? Because I've got a great answer, by the way. This is fucking...
Sorry, I missed the question. What was the question?
What animal do you think would be worse than the ones in the film Rampage to eat that shit? And
if they were radioactively huge.
Yeah, thank you.
A fucking wasp.
A wasp, also a good one. Yes, mate.
Because it'd just be pissing me off constantly. It'd just be fucking buzzing around me constantly.
It just
Joey got stung twice by a wasp today.
That's nothing to do with my guys, mate. They were all busy.
So I thought a seagull.
Oh fuck yeah! Imagine the
because you know how fucking aggressive they are. Imagine
Yeah.
that you're sitting there with your portion of chips and it just picks you up. Or worse, the McDonald's lorries driving down the motorway with a picture of a fucking chips on the side. Just be like, wow! Pick them up and fucking fly them off all over the place. It'd be nightmarish.
Could you imagine
a crocodile
that?
was bad, but a massive 60-foot fucking seagull. 60 foot's probably a bit big, actually. I mean, I don't know quite how large they grew, but that crocodile looked massive.
Yeah, I'd say 60 foot was a good. Or spiders.
Wingspan.
I mean, spiders. A spider would be shit as well, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, all spiders are just shit anyway, mate. But yeah, a massive one would be particularly bad. Yeah, although I've heard that if they fall and they just shatter because they've got like an exoskeleton, haven't they? The big hairy ones, not the small ones.
I don't know. Oh.
No, well, I'm not sure, but I would quite like to test that out.
If you've got this radioactive substance, yeah, which affects creatures like this, what about all the? Why aren't we seeing little sort of matchbox size amoeba and stuff like that? You know, all the little things that we can't see normally, which like.
Well, I don't get because it came out as a gas. Why there was only 3 of them? I mean, like I get the crocodile because it just ate it, but a pack of wolves inherently come in a pack, don't they? It's like a cigarette. You don't buy one cigarette.
I think they did quite well with it, though. I think you know, considering it was based on a video game.
Yes, of course, it's a classic.
Yeah. And when they said they were doing a film based on Rampage, I was like, "What the fuck? How are they going to manage that?" I think they did quite well.
I love it, mate. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're back. We've got Jeeves back now. The Rampage random offshoot is over. So, during that little interlude, Jesus, did you have a little think about what you would like as your last meal?
Oh,
James, you've got a food choice of like 3 items. It can't be that hard.
Well, there's one.
Right, we can rule out chocolate cake. Okay.
And fish. He's not going to have fish and chips, is he?
There we go.
I don't know. If I wanted to be a real dick, I would have chocolate cake. I'm not the bastard that's going to have to clean it up.
I've just breathed in a fly.
Oh, again. Oh Christ! Well, there's Mushi's last meal.
That one's not coming out though. Yeah, so kind of like a final dirty protest, Jesus.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know, Jesus is allergic to chocolate and projectiles if he eats it.
How smug he looks about it. You shouldn't be happy about it. You can't eat one of the nicest things in the world.
I mean, not wanting to get too into it, not too graphic, but is it a single projectile or are we talking like a dual-wielded lightsaber sort of projectile?
Oh, Darth Maul style.
Yeah, one end or 2.
Pew pew pew. Star Wars.
If it's more like a fireman's hose.
Ooh. Ooh.
Fucking bomb.
Lovely.
Yeah, there was something always quite satisfying about that though. When you're done, you're like, oh, well.
Just admire work. Fuck, it's a disaster. Thank God I'm in Wetherspoons and I don't have to clean this up.
Oh, I've never had to use the toilet like that in Wetherspoons in my life, and I don't think I could. They're the worst toilets ever. They're nearly as bad as Newport bus station toilets, which is saying something. They,
Would you like a quick police story regarding toilets? I know I've told Zach and Jeeves this before, but it's a good one. Me and my old partner Lawrence, hi Lawrence, if you're watching this, went to a report of someone incapacitated in a toilet of a local club.
Oh.
So we've turned up. It's a businessman, right? Who's clearly got way too pissed or whatever. He's tried to sit on the toilet for a shit, missed it, shit all over the floor, pissed all over the floor, and then thrown up in it all and passed out. Right.
Well, you did the triple.
Yeah. So what you got is you got a cubicle with the most disgusting floor and walls known to man, and a man in the middle of it, which we had to get out. So we did the normal thing: paper, scissors, stone. Lawrence lost. Stepped inside the cubicle. Very first step, tiny little tiptoe, slipped and stacked it full flat on his front in this pissy, shitty, sicky mixture of everything. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was a long time. I was laughing a long time. I don't even remember what happened to the bloke afterwards. All I can remember from that whole thing is Lawrence just standing there gopping. It was amazing.
That is absolutely rank.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've ruled out chocolate then, Jeeves, unless you're being a dick, which I won't rule out.
You know what? I'll probably go for something like Five Guys or something like that.
Nice.
No, Five Guys have been turning up quite a lot on here on the Facebook feed as well.
Well, we don't
That's what
have
I
one
wrote.
over here, so I've only ever had it once.
I've never had
I
it.
quite liked it. I really liked it.
Yeah, I do too. I think but people are always like, oh, it's so expensive. I mean, it's about £8, £9 for a burger, but it's probably the best shit burger you've ever had in your life.
Right.
I mean, it's not like the sort of thing you get in a pub where it's all covered in fancy fucking rabbit food and it's in like a dirty brioche bun. It's a fucking burger. It's got sesame seeds on the top. It's a bit squished. It's a bit messy. But man, it's good. It's so good. The bacon's crispy. You can put whatever toppings you want on it. It comes with no toppings. You have to pick what you want on it. And when you ask for pickles, I don't know if you like pickles. Pickles they're a pineapple on pizza thing, aren't they? You like them or you don't.
I'm a pickle man.
You do like them. Yeah, you get 5. So you get a full circle of pickles. It's, yeah, it's up there.
See, that sounds good. And that's the sort of thing that I'd be tempted to consider for a last meal. Yeah. Because so many people have said that it's amazing. Zach, have you been there?
Where's that?
Five Guys.
Yeah, of course I have, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course you have. It's just me that's not cultured then. I fucking lived in London for like quite a lot of my life.
You've never been to Five Guys?
No.
Fucking come. We're going to Portsmouth for the weekend, man. Come on.
I'm fucking coming along. We're going to Five Guys.
When I'm near Portsmouth.
Fucking hell. We're all such fat bastards.
Listen, I wouldn't be. I'll be up for that. I'll get paid on the 28th. We could all go to Portsmouth, meet up with Peanut. We could do a fucking live food podcast.
Or a Five Guys.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
What?
I'm
Five
really
Guys,
not...
Nando's, Eddie's, fucking loads of it.
Ooh, don't want to make us sick.
Yeah.
that won't make for good viewing at all.
A global tapas. It'll be like one of those that YouTuber Man versus Beard or whatever he's called, who just eats loads of fucking food. He's a monster. He's an absolute disgusting human being, but it's compelling viewing. But no, Five Guys. The other thing about it is their chips. My God, yes. They cook them in peanut oil. I've never had that before, and my God, it's so good.
That's a bold choice, isn't it, nowadays, when everyone's got peanut allergies and stuff like that.
But that's the sort of dick move I would do as in a restaurant. I'd be like, oh yeah, everything's cooked in peanut oil, so if it's going to fuck you up, just don't come in. It's simple as that.
Quite possibly why you go out of business as well.
Oh, it's worked for Five Guys. They're amazing.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. So Five Guys was my initial choice. I mean, I struggle with regards to do I want a Christmas dinner, but I salivate at the thought of a Five Guys. I don't.
For the uneducated, i.e., me, is Five Guys just a burger place, or is there several things you can get there? Is it like McDonald's?
They do burgers, hot dogs, and grilled cheese sandwiches. That is it.
Okay.
They do milk. They do milkshakes and stuff, but that's for girls.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can have bacon put in your milkshake. Yeah, I have tried that. It's not for me. I mean, it's more than edible, but it's not for me. I like the burger, I like the chips, and I like a bottomless pop.
Oh, bottomless pop.
Bottomless pop.
So you're just talking Five Guys burger, yeah, Jeeps?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, Sam, do you want to delve in?
Well, I mean, I chose Five Guys, but there's so much out there. It's a difficult one because I eat everything. There's two things that really I do not eat, and that's mussels because, albeit that they are delicious, they seem to make me vomit every single time. Well, every time bar one when I've eaten them. One of those, I was on a horrific come down. And
are you cooking them? Like properly, like no, obviously if you're eating them raw, I know why you're being sick.
I've had them in a restaurant, and I've had, like you used to get vacuum packed, and they come in like a white wine sauce and with all the shells and stuff, and you just do whatever it says on the instructions. I've had them a couple of times, and again, delicious, but they don't agree with me. So mussels, nah.
I think I would eat mussels from a restaurant, from a professional chef. I don't think I'd eat them any other way. I'm a bit nervous of them.
Well, I mean, if I'm hungry enough, I'll still eat them. This is the problem, is because I like the taste. It's just they don't agree with me. But there's only one thing I just don't like the taste of, and that's mushroom soup. I had a really nice mushroom soup, and I'm a big boy. It was a Boxing Day round some family members. And she made this like beautiful, apparently, mushroom soup, and it had like a blob of cream and shit like that on it, and everyone was like, oh, it's the most delicious thing ever. And I struggled so badly to fucking eat it. And she's like, oh, Sam, would you like some seconds? To which normally I'm like, yeah, sure, load me up. But on this occasion, I was just like, no, I'm really full.
Always a tricky one, isn't it? Especially if you like the look of pudding. How do you politely get out of seconds? Do you want the seconds? Oh, no, I've got to save some space for that delicious looking pudding.
Yeah, exactly that.
They always know, don't they?
As I say, there's only really those two things that I don't eat. The rest of it is, it's all fair game.
On that subject, isn't it the worst thing ever? Like when you were younger and you used to go around like a friend's house or something like that, or even now, if you go around a friend's and they cook for you, and they put it down and you put the first mouthful in your mouth, and you're like, this is the worst thing I've ever put in my face, ever in the history of existence. It is god awful, and I've got to do this another 1,000 times by the look of the size of this portion. Isn't that the worst thing ever? You're just like, and you're forcing yourself to eat, and then at some point they'll be like, how are you finding it? Yeah, it's all right. Nice.
I can't say it. I've really been I'm a human dustbin. I mean, it's not really come up. If something's genuinely that bad, I don't really have a very good filter. I'll be like, this isn't for me. Sorry. I'm sure you love it, but it's like when people like cook a pasta bake and they use hot mayonnaise. They make mayonnaise hot. I'm always a bit like, what are you doing that for? What? Just make a roux or something, you perverts.
I remember going over a friend's house when I was younger, and I found it was suspiciously pube-like in the dinner as it was served up to me. And I was like, I can't eat it, obviously. It's got someone's pube in it. So I thought I'll just politely point it out. I was like, oh, there's a hair in it. Like that, sort of just like genuinely concerned. And the mum, she reached over, just took it off me. She's like, oh, sorry. And then just sat down and started eating hers. I'm like, so I'm eating this then. This is happening. Okay. Wicked.
Just keeps her two fingers in. She's like, oh, no, it's all right.
Every mouthful is like.
Test Andy to see if you would later for her.
Oh, I did.
But did she pick them out of your teeth instead? Was that? It's all right.
Why is this turned this way again? Why? All comes back to Mushu's disgusting.
Yeah, I see there is a bit of a campaign on Facebook at the moment to try and get you to pull the dirty man. People are actively trying to get likes on our Facebook, on our YouTube page, because they want to see that grow.
Or you smooth.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
It's one or the other.
Well, it's more you, I think.
And obviously, like, whilst Zach's not here to defend himself, we've agreed to involve him in it and wax his ass as well.
Yeah, it's got to be said.
No, not his ass, his ass hole.
Oh, I thought it was cheeks, bits, the inside bit, the whole kit and caboodle.
Well, it's more fun if you sort of work from the outside in, isn't it? Because it gives them a taste of what it feels like, and then like.
Well, this ain't too bad. This ain't too bad. Oh my god!
or worse still, the first one comes off. That was unbearable. I've got to have that done on my bumhole.
Especially if you.
Sam killed him. Envisaged it.
Well, I've had a cold all week, so yeah, it's a nightmare. But I'm not sniffing anymore. Nice. You'd have to pre-wax everything, as in get it all on there, so there's no going back. Once it's done, it's a case of it has to be done.
Yeah. I think so.
Can't just put a strip on and take it off and put another strip on. I want him caked.
Yeah.
Bits stuck on him. Like when those people put those black face peels. Have you seen any of them videos?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Done one of them, haven't you? You've already said it.
Mate, what have you done, Mushu?
I've done face packs.
No, the peel, the one that looks like tar for a roof.
Yeah, that's the exfoliating one, isn't it? The cleansing stuff. Yeah, it's.
Right. You know what it does? It's tar. it's not meant to go on your skin, in my opinion.
Well, generally, you keep it away from the hairy bits, don't you?
Well, you haven't got many of them, so.
I know, it's easy. Smear it all over my
Smooth
head.
as an egg.
I used to have an afro before I tried that. It just kept coming. I was like, no.
What about you, Jeep? Have you got anything that you want to put up for auction in an effort to try and get the people subscribed to the YouTube page?
No. I'm not getting involved in this.
Always contributes so highly. Thank you.
No, because someone will come up with something so bloody ridiculous for me. No, I'm not. I'm not doing it.
I don't think anything is as bad as Mushu not being able to shave at all for a year.
How about Jeeves gets a sex change?
That's a bit expensive.
Exactly. See. Just because you're getting lonely at night, Andy.
Yeah.
I won't be lonely soon if I start growing out. I'll have all the homeless ladies.
To the subject?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so we've got Mexican down here a couple of times because that was what you wrote, isn't it?
That was my suggestion. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm with you. Mexican food is delish. What do you like from the land of Mexico?
Right, I like everything. I obviously love fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, tempanadas.
I don't like enchiladas so much because they're wet. So you've got to use a knife. I like Mexican food that I can pick up and.
I know what you mean. I always think of it like Mexican lasagna, though.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's exactly what it's like.
And you can still pick it up and, but it'd just be sloppier.
Yeah, well,
just make more mess.
I like it dry.
Fair enough. I mean, I love a taco as well.
Yeah, tacos are great. They're so annoying. I saw this life hack actually for tacos the other day that you do a taco normally, but then you get a soft shell taco and basically put it in it. So it's double bubble.
Yeah.
But when it cracks and breaks, which they all do, it's sort of, you still got something to keep a little bit of purchase on.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. But I like the add-ons as well. Like when I'm talking Mexican, I'd want a Mexican feast. Like I'd want the refried beans, the jalapeno, the stuffed jalapenos. Oh
yeah.
God.
Oh, you're talking dirty to me now, Mushu.
Yeah, I am. Fucking hell. All of that sort of stuff. I would love it. And I mean, I could go mental on it. Normally, you got to be a little bit careful because, tomorrow morning is a thing that exists. And it's always in the back of your mind. It's like I've eaten 3 bowls of these refried beans now and quite a few stuffed jalapenos. Tomorrow morning is not going to be a happy place.
Right.
But you wouldn't have to care if it's your last meal. Like,
no, you genuinely
everything. It is someone else's issue if it happens after I'm dead.
Well, I sent you that picture of when I went to Taco Bell and ordered way too much food, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was banging, mate. That was it was so fucking good. I had the day off, an unusual day off, and I was like, right, Taco Bell it is. And, man, I didn't have, but it's so cheap. It was so fucking cheap. I was just like, they were like, that'd be £6. I was like, let's stick some more on there then. Come on, let's get this up to an even 10 at least.
I don't know. I don't think there's any kind of stress or distress quite as bad as that of having eaten too much. Because you're there, you're physically in pain, like when you eat so much that you literally can't move or anything, you feel sick and you're like, and all you want to do is ask someone for help, but you can't because you put yourself in that situation by being a disgusting fat bastard with no off switch.
We affectionately call that the fear in our family. My brother came out with it one Christmas and he's just like, have you got the fear yet? We're like, what? He's like, well, you desperately want to eat some more meat, but the idea of putting any more in it makes you want to cry and die at the same time. That's the fear. And and I fully understand it. I get that. often, not at Five Guys, but yeah, everywhere. Especially when you order like fucking £10-15 worth of Taco Bell food. Damn, son.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think back to when in my younger days when I was a little bit more athletic, I used to be on a five-a-side team.
What?
And
some sort of sports or
Yeah.
five-a-side eating?
No, five-a-side football. Yeah, and
Passing tacos.
they were all going. They were all going for beers afterwards. And my wife at the time didn't like me going for beers afterwards. So I just said, like, the match was postponed and we were playing later. Went out for a couple of beers, and they're like, "Should we get some food while we're here? We'll pay." Never turning down a free meal. So I ate this fucking great big roast. Then I got home and I was like, "Oh, sorry about that." It just proper dragged on. She was like, "Oh no, that's all right. Can't be helped. I've kept your dinner warm." And I was like, "Oh no, I boned myself here. I had to eat a whole second roast." And right from the start, I was like, "I can't do this. I'm going to die." But she's like, "You must be hungry. You haven't eaten all day. And obviously it's late having dinner."
Yeah, and all that sports that you were doing.
Yeah.
You must have a right appetite.
It's like, "Yes, I'm famished. Thank you so much. I've given you some extra potatoes."
Cheers. You just got to man up and take it, then, haven't you? You just got to power through.
I was literally like the bunny at the end of Wreck-It Ralph, if you've seen that film.
Yeah, I
It
have
was like,
seen.
and Bunny gets the pancakes.
Jeeves, what are your thoughts on Taco Bell?
Never been.
Oh, it's mild. I don't know if spice is something you're anti. It probably is.
I can eat it. I just don't enjoy it.
Okay.
He can eat it remarkably well as well, it has to be said. Like in his first couple of weeks working at ours, I dared him to eat, or his punishment for fucking up or something like that was to eat a tablespoonful of chili sauce.
Ooh.
And he's just
Yikes.
done it. He's just like boshed it, looks at me, he's like, "Okay, sorry." Didn't even break a sweat. I was like, dickhead.
The worst part was they all had their phones out and were recording it, waiting, and I was just like licking the spoon clean.
I wanted human tears. I wanted torments. I wanted distress. I wanted all of that. I got nothing. Just got Jeeves looking smug, and there's nothing more offensive than that.
Yes, it's not the strongest look. It's lovely, mate, and it's not spicy. I bought something that said it was going to be really hot, and it was a letdown. They do like packets of chili sauce. I was just smothering that over it. No, I'm not particularly great with heat either. I like the challenge, but certain things absolutely kick my ass, and that did not.
I like spice. I do like it, and I like the flavour of it. I'm just not great with like too much.
Yeah.
Our previous manager couldn't eat a Big Mac because the Big Mac sauce was too spicy.
What?
I witnessed that with my bare eyes. Yeah.
It's not got any spice in it.
He'd never had one before. He ate it and he's like, "Oh, that's a bit spicy, isn't it?" Like,
what?
No.
Like, but I mean, Darwin's theory of evolution. If it wasn't for modern day medicine, that man would be dead. He just would be, because a Big Mac is not spicy. I'm sure Big Mac sauce is basically ketchup, mayo, pickles.
It's a dill pickle, isn't it? It's a dill sauce, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got pickles chopped up in it. I know that.
Yeah.
But that's not spicy.
I'm sorry, but I've just remembered. When we started selling those hot dogs, and then they had the chili and cheese dog.
Nice.
And at the end of the night, we always used to get given the hot dogs, right? But they were not always in the right packaging. He's gone and eaten one of the chili dogs. It was like, he's took a couple of bites. He's like,
brilliant.
This tastes a bit weird. Finishes the whole thing, and then we told him.
Yeah, he's sweating and everything, wasn't he? Those chili dogs were awesome. Like literally, my metabolism just sped up so fast when I ate them. Like the first mouthful, I'd still be chewing it, and my arsehole would be going like, "No, no, don't do this again." It'd be going like a rabbit's nose. It was amazing. They're so good.
Are you sweaters when you eat spicy food then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am as well.
I am, depending on how much and how hot it is.
Yeah. I don't tend to go for super hot things. I put chili in everything, but I don't consider a little bit of chili hot. I think that's just a bit of flavour. But I used to have a Vindaloo whenever I had a cold. Oh, do you know what? I didn't do that when I was this week. I probably should have, but neither here nor there. Yeah, whenever I had a cold, someone once told me have a Vindaloo when you've got a cold, and it basically just sweats it all out of you. And I mean, he's not far wrong. You feel like shit when you're eating it, and for a good couple of hours after.
Yeah, and probably the next morning.
Yeah, definitely the next morning. But yeah, clears up a little bit after that. Yeah, it's got to be said.
I always find good ill food is I always have chicken soup with loads of Tabasco sauce in it, obviously, and then like
Tabasco. Sorry, not Tabasco.
And then dry
chicken
toast.
Soup is like the number one comfort food for when you're ill. You've got tomato soup, you've got chicken soup, and they're the ones that it's the stereotypical go-to I'm poorly food, but because it's mild and it's warming and it's comforting, and you add Tabasco fucking sauce to it.
Exactly,
yeah, it needs a bit of fucking pizzazz. It needs a bit of zip.
But Sam, guys, this guy literally drinks the sauce.
I do like Tabasco. I like the taste of it. It is good.
He drinks it like I drink Coke.
We've all seen.
I'm on the dubious Iron Brew substitute today.
My weird cocktail.
Is it, or is it dehydrated?
All you've done, mate, is decanted it into one of those bottles.
Just Tabasco.
It doesn't look viscous enough.
Oh, lovely.
Deary me. I mean, Christ, I'd love to. You remember those Christmas pickles?
Oh, they were amazing.
I've got this many left.
Or as I've taken to
the last of them. Like, you can even see the chili peppers in there. There's probably 8 left in there, but they've got so strong, Lucy.
They're what I lovingly refer to as indigestion bombs.
That's exactly what they are. They are little balls of onion lava. Oh, I should eat one really, so you can capture it on film. How fucking awful.
Get one in. Go on, slip one in.
No. It's gross. I'm not doing a mukbang video. Nobody likes to hear people eating. It's disgusting. Well, okay, good. Come on, one last try, Jeeves. Oh no, you said Five Guys, didn't you?
Yeah, he's done his Five Guys. Yeah, you've done Five Guys. I've done my Mexican.
You're Mexican. Yeah. Again, I'm with Jesus. We'll go have our last meals together, mate. We'll go have a fucking smash up at Five Guys because it's just the shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to trying this Five Guys. See if you've hyped it up quite a lot now, so I wouldn't mind.
This is the problem. I've probably hyped it up a bit too much, and then you'll get the bill and you realise you've spent 20 quid because you foolishly ordered a large chips, which you definitely don't need to do. No, they give you a large cup, and then they just keep fucking piling scoop after scoop into the bag. It's incredible.
Yeah, I do like generosity in restaurants. It's great when you get just even some places you go and they bring out the plate and you think, I'm never going to eat all of this, but fair play to you for thinking I can. I like the fact that you're not underestimating me. He looks like a big fella. I'll give him a shit ton of food.
You will enjoy Five Guys then. I mean, just don't go there expecting to pay less than 20 quid and you'll be fine. Oh, that's horrible, that is.
Is that your gopping drink?
Yeah, it's gone gopping. I think it's got too much of the energy shit in there and not enough of the other. Oh, we're recording. Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
I tried to give you as much of a hint as I could by saying, okay, I'm starting the recording now. I'll have to work on that. It's obviously a little bit ambiguous.
Morning!
You get a little old school clapperboard, but hey, it's all good. So we got most of the other comments that we've got that don't say amen are basically meat. Carnivores, lots of carnivores. There's no one put a specific meal up. No one was like, I want a toad in the hole or I want a lasagna. It was barbecues or meat.
Which is interesting, isn't it? Is that a primal thing? Is that sort of like one of our base desires? Is just like meat on some level?
Well, one of the comments, Ray Payne, used to be my housemate many moons ago, and I know specifically what he's talking about. For one of his birthdays, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and slow smoked a pulled pork, like the barbecue, I smoked it for 10 hours on the barbecue. It was amazing. I don't particularly relish waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning ever. But I did it because it was quite selfishly. I did it because I wanted to try it. And it was his birthday and I knew we were having a barbecue. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And I just started drinking beer at 4 in the morning. I was a bit of a steak by the afternoon, it's got to be said. But the pulled pork, it was amazing. It had a smoke ring that went in by about like 1.5 inches. It was, well, it looked like a piece of coal. But when you were saying earlier about how you could see like bones just pulling out, I mean, all you had to do was just gently rest a spoon on this thing, and it just cut straight through. It was phenomenal.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, I'm all up for pulled pork, that sort of thing.
Yeah, barbecue food is.
Isn't it funny though that someone just says meat and immediately you get an image of exactly what sort of you assume they're talking about?
Yeah.
It's like just everything. Yeah, like you're talking like the cartoon sort of like pigs with a fucking apple in their mouth, like big racks of things and all that. It would be interesting if any of the viewers or listeners are vegetarians, get in touch with us like as to what your last meal is, because I've not seen any vegetarian last meals yet.
I mean, I assume it's vegetarians don't like food.
They literally survive off bare nutrients and sadness.
Sadness.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine.
Movie, please.
I don't know. You know my view on meat and that. And any meal that doesn't involve meat is a pudding, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, it's not it.
But that's my outlook on it. If you're going to serve me a meal without meat, you're serving me a pudding, and that's the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, Hugh Fairley-Whittingstall would probably shit his pants at that comment, because he's always like, "Oh, eat less meat, or eat better quality meat and just less of it." I mean, well, maybe I'll just eat lower quality meat and have a fuck ton of it. Thank you very much.
I'm all about the Tesco's horse meat. That's where I am.
It's got to be said, since the horse meat scandals, certain things don't taste as good. When was the last time you had a Frey Bentoff? I mean, a Frey Bentoff used to be delish.
Yeah,
they used to be lovely. Now that it's actual edible animals as opposed to horses and kittens, they're horrible. Absolutely.
And it bumps
disgusting.
the price up if they name the meat as well.
Huh?
It always bumps the price up if they name the meat, isn't it? You know, you could get a meat pie for £1, or a beef pie for £1.50. I'll stick with a meat pie. I'm happy not knowing what meat it is. I'll assume that it's not going to kill me because it's past safety standards. So if it tastes good, I'll eat it. I've never been that picky about things like that.
The only thing I don't like is when you buy a cheap meat pie and the inside is grey. I'm always just I'm like, how do you make it that colour? I can't make food grey. I just don't know how to do it.
It's impossible to make grey food, isn't it?
Yeah. I had some the other day, and I took it to work with me for my lunch. And like a cold pie isn't exactly the nicest thing, so I sort of just took the top off. I was just like, fuck it, I'll just eat I'll eat the bottom half. It'll be like a meat boat. And it was fucking horrible. I had one bite, and even I was just like, yeah, I'm better than this. Put it back in the lunchbox, chucked in the back of the car. It was horrible. Yeah, didn't enjoy it at all. But yeah, barbecues. What's your you can, if someone's barbecuing for you, you can have whatever you want. What are you going for? You burnt sausage man, a burger, or are you a bit fancier? Maybe a bit of steak or some fish or prawns, ribs, pulled pork.
Can I drop you in? Can I drop you into one of my memory pools here?
I like a memory pool.
I've definitely got an idea. We used to have a work barbecue when I was working for Curry's in PC World, and there was a guy I used to work alongside called Marwan, this big Mexican guy. Not Mexican.
Still horrible, by the way.
I can see that by your face.
Yeah, it's not got any nicer.
Yeah, for our listeners, the noise Sam's face looks like would kind of be like... that's like audio description. So Marwan, the big Egyptian guy, and one day he did this, and I don't know how he did it, but he did this barbecue, and the steak that he did for it, he had a big, just like a whole lump of rump or something, and he marinated it or rubbed it with some sort of Egyptian recipe, and he just barbecued it whole, and he was just cutting the slices off, and then just like cut the slices off, just let it rest on the barbie, flip it over, and then you're done, you know. And it was incredible, and I'd have that every day if someone was barbecuing. If I could have anything from a barbecue, it would be that.
That sounds really good.
Yeah,
I am. I'm fairly proficient on a barbecue. I mean, every bloke says they're good on a barbecue, but I mean, I am.
I'm shit.
I'm all right.
I once put lit charcoal in my mouth because I thought it was a bit of sausage I dropped. I mean, this is my barbecue skill level. Yeah, as far as primal man goes, I am not.
No. Okay, right. Well, more for you. But saying that, I never do steaks on a barbecue because you need to have a barbecue at a ridiculously hot temperature in order to do steaks on them well, unless you like leather, in which case I'm not cooking that just out of principle. But yeah, as a rule, I never do steaks on a barbecue. Yeah, I struggle to make them exactly how I like them, which is
to be fair. I don't normally do steaks on the barbecue. This was his recipe. It was like an Egyptian recipe, so
it sounds epic.
A lot of people pre-cook cook it and then finish it on a barbecue, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I don't see the.
I like it rare, so I get that with chicken, Jeeves. If you're doing chicken on a barbecue, by all means, chuck it in the oven for half an hour on low, so you get like the core temperature up, and then you just crisp it, and it's delish.
I'll tell you what was good as well is I went to a friend's wedding once, and for their wedding food, they just had this bloke in this leather apron with a fuck off big knife, and he had a bonfire and 3 spits in a teepee formation over this bonfire, which he had a whole lamb on each.
Oh yeah,
just literally spit roasting all these lambs, and then you go up, you grab a roll, go up to him, and he just carves a bit off, chucks it in the roll. You do whatever, add whatever you want to it, and that was possibly one of the best wedding meals I've ever had.
That sounds pretty spectacular.
As a barbecue, but it's similar sort of stuff. It's fire and meat.
Fire and meat, yeah, no, it works. What about you, Jeeves? You struck me as a hot dog boy.
Pulled pork.
Okay, fair enough. That's a 10-hour job though. That's not a quick one on a barbecue.
No.
Jesus is trying to drag out his sentence.
Pulled pork. I'm more of a burger guy than I am a hot dog. Okay. I mean, I'd put sausage on the burger. I love sausage cheeseburger. I fucking love them.
Yeah, I get that. It's quite nice, actually.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah. Any good burger man will do that for you. Sausage, cheese, bacon, burger.
One outside B&Q, they do it.
Yeah, I normally know. They normally call them like a gut buster or something like that, though, don't they?
Yeah, every time I've seen a belly buster on a burger van menu, and then I look at what's in it, I'm like, so all you're really doing is giving me a nice burger with 2 eggs on it. I was like, it's not a belly buster. That's just a stain maker. All that's going to do is just make a fucking great mess down the top.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know it. It's not impressive. You're not fooling anybody. I always think, over here anyway, whenever we do barbecue, I say we, I'm talking mainly me and the barbecues I've been to, because I can't speak for you guys, because I don't know your language.
Go fuck yourself.
There you go. Thank you. Haven't had one of them today. I don't understand why we put shit sausages on barbecues, because they're always shit. They always put so much fat that it just makes a massive, great volcano underneath, and then everything goes black and disgusting. I just think it's a major flaw with regards to our country. It's like we've seen Americans with that.
I normally use quite nice sausages, to be honest.
I prefer a nice sausage, but I mean, some people that's what they grew up at. Yeah, a nice.
Sorry, the fucking child in me just couldn't ignore that one.
Oh, yeah, I recently, well, not recently, last time I did a barbecue, I bought a bunch of bratwursts, like the German ones. Those, they fucking work on a barbecue. They go really, really nicely, and they're not too fatty, so they don't fuck up your coals and make a full nightmare.
Yeah.
I thoroughly recommend that. But it's one of those things that they're so big, you kind of want to cut them, and then you're just giving out slices of sausage. I don't know if that's weird or not. I mean, in this environment, by that I mean Corona, people probably shit their pants.
It does offer the opportunity, though, for someone to come up and just take the whole sausage. Anyone for a slice of... Oh, it's gone, and you're just there with it in a tiny little hot dog bun. All mine.
He's got a mouthful, and he's put some sauerkraut on the top. He's like, I must say, I do like the fact you've got decent-sized sausages here.
I love a big sausage.
Yeah, that was for 18 people, you greedy bastard. What about most unusual thing that you've had at a barbecue? Have you got any of them?
Well, a barbecue? No, probably not. Probably that steak,
no?
I'd imagine. I've had barbecue oysters. They were quite nice. A lot of people don't realise you can barbecue them.
No, I've never had them before. I'd love to try them. I've got a feeling I'm not going to gel with them, but I really want to try them.
I like them. I like them because they're individual. There's no other food that you taste but don't chew. If you know what I mean.
I don't know. I don't chew much. Just put it down.
That you're meant to. But like this, it's literally just like. I can't say that.
One bite, isn't it?
Can I say it?
It's one. It's a salty greener.
Yeah, it's like that. I'd imagine it's like what a lot of women go through at some point. If you know what I mean. I can't describe it any other way, but it tastes all right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. They are nice and they're novel. I mean, I think
a little bit, Moosh.
Yeah, I think it's funny that a lot of posh food is kind of gross. You know what I mean? Like oysters, caviar. You ever had caviar?
No. I have.
Was that a yes, Jeeves? Sorry.
No, and I never will.
I know you're not too fond of fish, are you? So probably the thought of putting a load of fish eggs in your mouth is probably like the worst thing to do.
It's just like salty poppies. It's weird, isn't it? They pop, but they're not big. So it's kind of a bit like that bubble tea tapioca shit.
It depends what caviar. Because
I've had cod roe and I've had nice caviar.
Yeah, but you've got that other stuff, which they're probably about the size of, I don't know what you'd say, like BBs.
Yeah.
And they're weird. That's like eating sort of tiny frog spawn.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, not particularly pleasant.
No, I don't get it. I think I was listening to a food podcast a little while ago, and I think if you're like a food blogger, or what do they used to call them, like a restaurant critic.
Yeah,
your food palate like develops, and you get so bored of trying the same old mundane stuff that you get excited by chicken feet and all of the other gross things out there. But just because it's something different that you like crave a little bit of variety
that you haven't tried.
Yeah. But you know, I'm not quite there. But I like trying new things. I've said this before. I'll always, if it's there on the menu. And I've not had it, I'll always try something slightly different.
Too right. I mean, amongst the foods that I've tried, the weirder ones, I've had like ostrich, buffalo, crocodile.
It's all right.
Kangaroo.
Crocodile's weird. Crocodile's like feels like fish but tastes like chicken.
It's a lot more. It's a lot more jelly-like than I was expecting it to be. If that makes sense.
I only had it deep fried, so maybe that was why.
Yeah.
Would it taste like chicken and feel like no? Oh, it was strange. I only had it once because I wasn't really into it, but I mean it was edible.
Yeah. I've eaten loads of shit like boar.
Boar's good.
Boar is amazing. It's one of my favourite meats. Weirder meats.
Have you had zebra?
No, I've never tried zebra.
Good. There used to be a restaurant in Shanklin called Ferrets. It was a South African restaurant, and the guy who owned it was crazy. He was one of these really over-familiar guys. They lost their liquor license because he was a drunk. But he would be like, it's fine, there's a Freshers over the road. Just go and get yourself a couple of tins and you can drink them in here. But he would like sit down at your table. It was all right. It was an experience. But yeah, they had zebra steaks. And it was quite pleasant. I mean, it was very enjoyable. It wasn't like tender like a cow would be.
No.
But it was nice.
I mean, I don't want to ask, but Jabes, have you eaten anything weird like that?
I've had crocodile.
Okay. What did you think of
that? Wasn't a massive fan, if I'm honest. It was a lot of years ago, so I don't really remember it. It was when was it the Driftwood?
Yeah.
They went through a phase of weird meats and stuff like that, didn't they? I went down there.
Right. And you're firmly placing that in your filing system under foreign muck.
Placing it under what the fuck did I just try?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Oh, I can't tell you that's foreign muck. It's disgusting.
What's this Papa Dom thing? No,
yeah.
Muck.
Okay, right. Well,
I even tried at the same time kangaroo.
Oh, kangaroo!
Yeah,
I've had that as well.
I've had
All right.
kangaroo. I thought it was a little bit tough, to be honest. I didn't
Mm.
like it that much. It wasn't
think
really
most of them-
flavoursome or anything. But
Do you know most of those exotic meats are all quite tough and gamey? I mean, I never find the flavours that strong. What's it? Rabbit. I'm not a big fan of that.
no, I'm not.
I've only had it like 2 or 3 times, and every time I have it, I'm just like, this is a bit shit. I mean,
Last time I had it, it was fresh rabbit caught by someone, and it had buckshot in it.
Oh, that's annoying. I've had buckshot problems before, actually.
Oh,
Do you want a little
when you're not
buckshot story?
expecting it. Yeah, go on.
There goes my tooth.
So I was dating this girl many years ago, and her parents lived out in the country. And no word of her lie, her mum, the best cook I like food, and I've never had food like it. It was always incredible. And they did a roast, and she was like, "Oh, we've got some leftover pheasant. Should we bring that out as well?" And I was like, "Well, I've never had pheasant." Always up for trying something new. And so I have some pheasant with my roast dinner. And I had a broken wisdom tooth at the back. I had like a hole in it.
Oh,
and
no.
you can see where I'm going with this, can't you?
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, so I have this. I hear a crunch. I'm like, and the dad's like, "Oh yeah, should warn you, there's probably a bit of shot left in that." I was like, "Oh, great." And
Yes, you should have warned me.
Literally stuck inside my tooth. It was a fucking nightmare. Yeah, and it is the most. It's not exactly dignified having to basically turn your head upside down to let gravity get a piece of shot out. Yeah, it was. It put me off.
Yeah.
I really didn't enjoy it. But yeah, fucking buckshot. You should be a clear warning when people tell you if you're eating that shit. Oh, it's horrible biting down on that.
Just talking about the more exotic of foods. Are you aware that Charles Darwin was supposedly member of a fine eating club?
Stop drinking this fucking drink. Hang on, I'm just gonna get a different drink. That is fucking disgusting. Ugh.
I don't know about you, Jeeves, but that looked tasty.
You know,
it was nice. I've just got the quantities all wrong. It's all right. I've got a can of cider. We'll be all right. Carry on. Charles Darwin was a fan of exotic foods.
Supposedly, he was member of a fine eating club, and a lot of the animals he's documented would end up on the plate, such as turtles, tortoises, rare birds, all of this sort of stuff. And apparently it was like a thing with Queen Victoria as well, and they would discover new animals, and one of the first things they'd do is eat them, see what they tasted like.
Unbelievable. Turtle looks disgusting. I've seen many a cooking show where they cook turtle and it just looks rank.
I don't think I'd like, this is why I'm not really that over invested in going to like Far Eastern countries and things like that, because I know you can get normal food over there, but I don't like getting normal food when you go somewhere. I like eating their sort of traditional food.
Yes, mate. I'm on board with that.
The problem is some of it over there is quite dubious, and I'm not sure. I know it's not all dubious, and I know I do love a Chinese, but to go to a country to sample their cuisine, I feel like I'd be wasting it going to somewhere like China, because there's too much shit out there I wouldn't eat.
I mean, I'll try anything once, but I would be pissed right off if they fed me a rover. I would not want to be eating puppy.
No.
And you can't exactly tell what it says. I can't read Chinese. I can't even hazard a fucking guess as to what dog is in pictograms or whatever it's called. No. I assume it doesn't just look like a dog emoji barking.
His tongue out. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Yeah, I would be annoyed. I'd genuinely be annoyed if somebody spoke to me with dog.
Yeah.
And what if you liked it? That'd be the worst, wouldn't it? You're like,
yeah. That was the most delicious meal I've ever had. What was it? Like Labrador.
Rover.
You'd be like, oh.
Labradors, very specifically. Oh, that's a fine Shih Tzu you're chowing down on there, sir. Yeah, no, I would try. I've seen some of the horrific things they eat out there. Those fermented chicken egg things that have got I mean, I would try it. I don't know if I would like it.
After we've done that, mate. Where is it? Fuck, there.
You were pointing at it, yeah.
Yeah, after we've done that, I've looked it up, and you can get a pack of 6 fermented chicken eggs for not that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I could order them in for the same time if you want. We could do them while we're eating that. We could have a 2-course meal.
I actually deliver to like a Chinese wholesale place. I've looked them up, and you can't order anything there unless you speak Mandarin, because none of it's in English. But the guys who work there are English, and I was like, "What the fuck do you sell here?" And they now he brings stuff out to show me, and he's just like, "This sort of shit." And it's like lamb brains in milk, and it's just like real random stuff. I might ask him. If
Oh,
he can
that
get
sounds delicious.
Chicken eggy things, because I saw them and they look rough, but I would try them. I'd give them a go.
I don't know why that's tickled me so much. Just lamb brains and milk.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm not. I assume that's an absolute hard no from you, Jeeves. Is that right?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I'm not eating that. No.
Okay, well, how about this? Let's get away from some of these more dubious types of food, and we'll go on to some nice stuff, because I've got some stuff written down here. But we'll make them quick. Mushu, what's your favourite sandwich? Go.
Favourite sandwich would probably be bacon. Bacon sandwich. It's got to be a bacon sarnie.
Fair play. What about you, Rambo? Oh no, Rambo's still not back. Jeez, what about you?
Made him do the face.
I'd have the sandwich at work I quite like, which is the barbecue chicken and bacon.
Oh, that is good. That is good.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I'd have that.
Oh, very good. Well, mine's a BLT with cheese. I mean, all of us chose bacon. We are very stereotypical, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like BLT. I like the crunch of the salad. A bit of mayo, a little bit of chili sauce.
I would do, but I don't like tomatoes.
You're gonna get a BL.
Yeah, I'd get a BL.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
A BLC. And put a bit of cheese in there. Treat yourselves.
I was like, what does the C stand for? It depends how much you've annoyed the chef.
I suppose so. Oh, your mayonnaise is lovely. It's real tangy. He's like, yeah, we've been on the pineapple juice for the last fortnight.
It's got oysters in it.
Oh, yeah, that's horrific. Okay, so bacon, chicken BLT. Oh, well, not chicken BLT, chicken barbecue. That does sound good, actually.
Yeah.
And okay, fair enough. Sorry. Favorite roast dinner?
Oh,
I know you said you're not a big fan of roast dinners, but if you've got to choose, maybe a good carvery, but you can only have one meat.
pork.
Pork.
Yeah.
Okay, is that because you like the crackling?
Yeah, I like everything about it. I'm a big fan of pork. I used to love lamb, but lamb, in my experience, is too fatty. It's got too much gristle and shit like that. It's a bit too fiddly for my liking. I like something I can just dig my teeth into.
Well, fair enough. I like lamb. Lamb's probably my go-to. Or
Problem
really,
is,
really good beef.
My favourite accompaniment is mint sauce. So a lot of the time, I know, but I'm not having applesauce because that stuff's what the fuck? Why?
It's baby food, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's the sort of stuff you feed to fucking, I don't know, astronauts.
Children.
Yeah, or yeah, babies.
Just children.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of the time I'll have pork roast with mint sauce.
Oh, well.
Fucking sue me.
I don't mind. Mint sauce goes really nicely on everything, I think. I mean, if they can put it on kebabs, they can put it on fucking that, can't they?
Well, yeah.
Jesus.
My favourite roast is definitely my dad's, but I'd have the honey roasted ham from the Checkers Inn.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, honey roasted ham, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not too salty. It's got to be a good quality, though.
Oh, I like a sweetie, like a sweet spice on the outside, so then it sort of just gets sweeter on the inside. That's how I like to do my Christmas one.
Yeah.
Got to have a ham at Christmas, haven't you?
Why not?
Yeah. Oh, okay. We all had different answers there. That's good, isn't it?
Lovely. We're not robots.
What are we going to have? Bacon sandwiches.
But are we data miners, Sam?
Oh, yeah, I saw that comment. Fucking hell, mate. Take your tinfoil out for 5 minutes, will you?
No, don't. I was gonna comment and say like, yeah, while you're at it, chuck us your bank account details.
Yeah. Don't forget the numbers off the back of the card.
Yeah.
Lord. We should credit that person, but I can't be fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What else have I got here? Oh, yeah. Favourite takeaway. This has got to be, I mean,
Now you're
takeaway
talking
food.
my language.
Yeah. Okay, you can only have one, though. You can't be just doing like, oh, well, I'll have some rice from the Chinese. I'll have that on top of a pizza from the kebab house. You know.
No, I know this one straight away. Old Street Kebab Shop in London.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. An Adana kebab from there.
What's a Dana kebab? Is that Donna, but you're being pretentious?
No, it's called Adana.
Oh, okay.
It's an Adana kebab. And it's basically lamb sheesh, lamb kofta, chicken sheesh, chicken doner, lamb doner. And they get it all in a big pile once it's cooked, and they chop it up like into smaller bits.
Whoa. Hang on. So you're not getting the kofta, the big, long, flat meat skewer? They've chopped it up for you?
Yeah, you're getting chunks of it.
Do they feed it to you like a mother bird does as well, while they're chewing up your food?
No. So they chop that up, so it's in smaller chunks, and then they chop up a couple of naan breads as well into squares, mix it all together, mix it in with a chili sauce and a little bit of garlic sauce, and then just serve it all up in one big fucking sloppy bowl with whatever salad you want on it, and it's incredible.
Like actually sounds amazing.
It's the best thing ever. I used to sort of like push for that whenever I was on refs in the police. I'd be like, oh, why don't we go Old Street Kebab Shop sort of thing. And like I had to up my body armor size a few times because of that place.
I bet your cholesterol wasn't liking you after that, were they?
No.
No, that sounds phenomenal. I love a good kebab, but a bad kebab is. Oh.
Well, it should be noted that these guys made their own kebab, doner kebab skewers as well. They didn't buy in doner kebab. They got shoulders of lamb, boned them, and then compressed them on the skewers in the back, and they'd compress them for however long it took, and then you could taste the lamb in the doner. You know,
yeah, that's nice. So speaking of kebabs, I didn't actually have a kebab until I was 16 because, well, I grew up on the island, and I don't think they came to the Isle of Wight during that time. But when I moved to Southampton-ish, my mum got with a guy who loved kebab, and the first one I ever had was a place called, it used to be called Harry's, it's now called something else, and it's shit, but they did the same as what that sounds, with proper lamb as opposed to the mashed up stuff, and it was mind-blowingly good. It was out of this world. But I do now, I happen to quite like the processed one, you know, where it's I don't like it if they use like a sheep shearer. You know, you go to some places and they've got an electric cutter. I hate that. I like them to occasionally fuck up and you get a little thick bit and long strip. Yeah.
You want that big, like 3 foot long serrated knife they use, which looks like a saw. It's like, carve it off for me, bitch. Don't just fucking.
Yeah, no, I have it. I absolutely love it. But the best kebab I ever had, apart from that first one, but I mean, the first time you have anything, most things, is usually the best. I had one up in London. And they, funnily, as that's where yours was, it came in a wrap, and they didn't give me any choices at all. They did the salad, they put it in a wrap, and then they put sesame oil on it instead of sauces. And oh my god,
that sounds good.
It was out of this world, because everybody I know who uses sesame oil use it wrong. They use it for cooking as opposed to as a garnish, and it should be a garnish, shouldn't it? It doesn't have a high burning point, so it doesn't work properly. But it was fucking brilliant. It was Anyway, what about you, Jeeves? Are you a doner kebab man, or what's your takeaway? You got a kebab?
I'd go yummy tummy.
Okay.
Oh, well, the takeaway around the corner from you that I got you all banned from.
Almost.
Yeah, very nearly. Cheers. Nice
fuck off, did you? They fucked up. It's not my fault. I put the order in. You all heard me. It's not my fault they didn't charge me.
It was the loud, shouty argument outside that didn't help, I don't think.
I didn't have a shouty argument. I was just like, well, I'm not fucking paying you, am I? And they're like, I've paid. They were just pulling a fast one. It's not my fault. Bad customer service as well. I mean, if you order from them that much, they should take that on the chin, I think.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to talk bad about them because I love their food.
Well, fair enough. Is that your favourite takeaway then? Literally the yummy tummy.
Every Friday used to be Fat Fridays at work.
Yeah.
Every Friday.
Fat Fridays. Yeah. What do you have from Yummies?
Who's got the kiddie wrap?
I seem to remember what Jesus orders is very similar to what I order when I order a pizza from a shit pizza place. Sorry, yummy tummy.
No. What do you normally get though? What's your normal? Jeeves.
Oh, sorry. I get the meat feast and no red onion.
There you go.
Extra doner meat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. A very admirable choice. I mean, personally,
hot and spicy with added doner meat.
All very fine choices. I'm Chinese though. Yeah, if my favourite takeaway, if I'm getting something delivered, I want Chinese food. I want lots of it. I want prawn toast. I want a hot and sour soup. I want shredded chili beef with like spicy vermicelli noodles.
Yeah, the Singapore chow meins.
Yes, now you're talking. Yeah,
get some fucking deep fried balls on the go as well. Some like other prawn balls or pork balls.
I don't like them. They're just like shit chicken nuggets. That's why I go for prawn toast. Yeah, I don't like they're too doughy. I like occasionally. I've had one. But
the place near us does those aromatic duck spring rolls, and they're like normal spring rolls. Oh, I would drown an orphan for one of them. They were lovely.
What about so spring rolls? Do you like them when they're small, or do you like them when they're longer and a bit chody? You know, real fat, a bit difficult. Like you can't. I
don't mind either or. I like the little ones because they're easy to eat, but I like the substance of the big ones. The big ones have got the downside that you run the risk of taking half your face off through heat alone.
Yeah, the 3rd-degree burns is always a problem, but it's worth the challenge, I find. How's this like bean sprout?
A screaming man with a beard made of bean sprouts.
Yeah, you look like you've been taken over by something. It's like The Happening. It's the stage of it.
Yeah, like Cthulhu himself.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'll go Chinese if my favorite takeaway. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like pizza. I like it less nowadays because it turns out when you get old, here you go, life lesson for all the listeners or viewers out there. As you get older, you get this thing that's called heartburn. And what a fucking bitch it is. It takes all your favourite things and then it makes you feel like an absolute shit fuck for hours after. You're just burning from the inside out. But spicy food doesn't do shit to me. It's just nice stuff like bread.
Yeah. No, I wholly agree with that. To the point where I'm glad you said what's your favourite food rather than what food you eat the most, because otherwise the answer would be Rennie. Because I've just constantly got fucking heartburn these days.
Honestly, I take them everywhere I go because I know if I'm having a sandwich at work, I'm like, gonna need a fucking Rennie after that, so I just don't eat it. It's funny, actually. Have you guys watched the new series of Taskmaster?
No.
Do you even know what Taskmaster is? Yeah. Okay. Well, the new series started up this week, and it's funny that this should come up because they do you bring something in as the first challenge. Well, the first episode, they said, spoiler alert, but I mean, there'll be 2 episodes out by now. So if you haven't seen it, fuck you. They said, bring something nice in, something that feels nice in your mouth. And Johnny Vegas is on there, and he brought in a bottle of, is it Imodium? What's the fucking, I eat the pills.
Like laxative?
No, the anti-heartburn medicine, the minty liquid.
Gaviscon,
that's the stuff. Yeah, he bought a bottle of that, and he's like, I don't mind the flavour, but it's more the after effects, and it means I can actually eat some food without dying. But nobody's ever told me this. You get old, your hair starts falling out. Obviously mine hasn't. You go a bit grey, get a little bit fat, everything hurts a little bit. But nobody says that food backfires on you and makes you burn from the inside out. I mean, what the fuck? That is.
It's not just food either.
Ooh.
I get random spats of like I'll drink a Coke or something like that, and it feels like it's turned into a cube in my mouth, and then it's like going down sideways all the way, and then it just sits about there as indigestion for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
Fucking,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's so fucking annoying. It's like I know I'm drinking a cider now, but that's only because I was drinking literally the most disgusting liquid I've ever had. But I used to drink cider all the time, and now after 3 pints, I'm just like, oh, where's my Rennies?
Yeah. That's it, and you don't want to burp just on the off chance that you breathe fire like a dragon. It's like,
yeah.
I can feel it.
Like, oh, sorry, you got no eyebrows now. It's just, it's the worst. Right, what's that? Okay, well, I've got we've done that. Favorite pudding? Have you got one? Let's cross the shit off and make my life a lot easier.
Sticky toffee cheesecake.
Hang on,
yeah,
you
good
started
answer.
saying something amazing, and then it went.
Cheesecake.
How does that even work?
How does it not work?
Well, sticky toffee pudding.
Buy them for a pound at fucking Iceland.
Ah, yeah, just cover it in toffee sauce, innit? And then it's sticky and it's toffee.
Yeah.
I like American cheesecakes,
does sound
Americano cheesecakes, the vanilla ones.
The baked ones that are a little bit harder.
Yeah, they're the
Or
only.
the
No,
ones.
they're like normal cheesecakes. They're just vanilla cheesecakes. I like them,
Okay.
but I don't think that'd be my favourite pudding.
Not the New York cheesecake.
Yeah, New York cheesecake. Yeah, I don't know. They're called
Yeah,
different
I know.
things in every shop, aren't they? I think mine.
Yeah.
I think I'll just be happy with like either a bowl of rice pudding or a bowl of custard. I'd be good with that.
Fuck off.
What?
That's the shittest puddings ever.
What?
That's so bad. Oh, can I get a nice portion of tapioca, please, sir?
Oh,
with your little
tapioca,
bowl,
do I? Like
as you go
fucking
up.
rice pudding or fucking listen. What's tapioca?
They are the
That's like
same thing.
no, they're not. Rice pudding is like quite
they
nice. It's
bake.
got that milky sort of warm. I don't know. I just like it. Yeah, it's nice. Maybe.
Well,
Okay,
like
I'll zhuzh it up a bit with a teaspoonful of golden syrup.
Whoa!
I know,
you
right?
Take it easy, mate. Jesus. I mean,
Fucking
you've
mental.
got your favourite meal. You've had all this Mexican food, and you're like, oh right. I mean, I don't know. The world's ending. You're about to be electrocuted. Whatever. Your life is ending. And you're like, oh, Mr. Mushu, would you like a pudding? Be like, oh God, yeah, I'd love a can of fucking rice pudding. That'd be lovely.
Or custard.
Like, well, that's handy. That's 40p. Fuck it.
Well,
Here you are.
Little bit of room left. Fill it up with custard. I'm good with that.
What, the two together?
What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with combining two foods if you like them.
Okay, I can't think of a witty reply to that.
I'm sure you'll think of something and put it in text or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
As you normally do.
Yeah, that does happen. Oh, a sticky toffee pudding was a great one. I like that. But I think I go crumble. I like a crumble. I mean, I know
Someone
it's a
said
bit boring,
crumble in
but...
one of the comments as well. It's like, I'm not a big fan of crumbles.
Are you not? Oh, I love a good
No.
crumble.
I don't like hot fruit.
Stewed fruit. I've met a few people over the years who don't like that. I do. So.
Well, I don't like cold fruit either, to be fair. But I think when you add
What
heat
about
to
fruit?
it, no, when you add heat to it though, it just makes it sloppy, doesn't it?
Look, I take that back. As much as I love a crumble, cobbler is so much better than a fucking crumble. I mean, you'll still hate it because it's stewed fruit.
Is that not a
instead of
man
it having...
that repairs shoes?
Yes, it is. But it is also a pudding. As it goes.
I was going to say it's a strange pudding.
Yeah, instead of putting crumble on top, you basically put cake mix on top. So then you get like a nice cakey crust on the top, and then you get sort of softer, fruity cake on the bottom. Oh, it's the shit. That's one thing Americans say.
More doable.
Oh, it's lovely, man. It's lovely. Do you remember like the old upside down pineapple cake? Well, you don't, obviously. Upside down pineapple cake's your nightmare, isn't it?
It's not a nightmare. It's just kill me.
Yeah, nightmare, kill you, same difference. Potato. Yeah, it's just that it's like that, but better. Yeah, that's what I go for.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so cheesecake, basically no pudding, and a cobbler.
Oldest pudding known to man, custard. Lovely.
Well, yeah, but I can have custard with mine because it's natural and it's where it should be.
Yeah, but then it's contaminated custard, isn't it? Because it's got a load of fucking fruit floating around in it.
You're just like a uni student just eating cans of fucking custard.
No, you're like a hunter eating it raw and in its environment. You know, just there in the Tesco's pudding aisle, just downing a quick box of ambrosia. Like, fuck it, whoa, I've done it, and leg it before they can catch you. It's primal, mate. It's my base instinct. I can't help it. I'm a man.
I won't lie. I have drunk custard out of a custard carton more than once in my life. You give it a little squeeze. Yeah, it's very tasty.
Just like thick milk.
How quickly do you think you could do a carton of custard?
Oh, fucking! I'd chug it, mate. It'd be gone
quicker than a pint.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice, Jeeves. Can you eat custard, or will that kill you as well?
No, I can eat custard.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna have a fucking drinking contest of custard.
Well, I mean, I can't even.
I've got a feeling this is where you're going to go with this.
You're not up for a custard off.
Look, let's not even bother talking about it, because how many weeks have been trying to get you to buy What's-It so we can do the What's-It challenge?
Yeah, that's true. Buy a packet of crisps. It's not the hardest assignment that's ever been set, but I've fucked it up every week.
I've got a packet of What's-It sat in my fucking cupboard, and they've been there for ages waiting for you fuckers to get some What's-Its.
They're still in a paper packet. It's been that long.
Yeah, the half-life of plastic is like 50,000 years, and now it's got a hole in it, Mushu. It's taken that fucking long. But yeah, please, dear God, get some fucking What's-Its. It's not hard. They only cost you it cost you £1.
Oh, that's too much. I can't afford that.
Yeah, well, that means nothing. We've covered. Did we cover what's your least favourite food?
I think pretty much. I think, to be honest, that's a bit of a moot question for me and Jeeves, because obviously mine, I've made aware in previous episodes. If you're not aware of it, it's
jacket potato.
Yeah, I don't want to go off on one, but they're fucking pointless.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think we needed.
Why?
To cover that.
Why don't you like them?
No. No, I'm not doing it, dude. I'm not doing it. I'm not going here again. Rabbit holes was last week. They're just fucking
jacket
pointless,
potato,
man. No,
cheese, beans,
pointless. Have the
bacon.
cheese and beans. Have it on toast. At least someone's gone to the effort of actually making it, and then you've cooked it and cut it a bit, not just fucking pulled it out of the ground and heated it up. No, gay, rubbish, awful.
Hey, Jeeves, I'm with you. That's delicious, mate. Yeah. So I'll take a Dirtberry.
Yeah, so we don't need to go into that.
And we know Jesus's as well is fish and chocolate.
Yeah, what about yours?
I did mine earlier, didn't I? Mushroom soup and
of course,
mussels.
Yeah. Oh, well, there we go.
Yeah, and that's literally two things. And there's probably loads of other things out there for me to try and dislike.
Oh yeah.
But I'll tell you what I don't like, actually. You know when you go to the Indian restaurant and they put that lime chutney stuff. I don't know if I'm eating that correctly because it tastes like fucking soap. Every time I always try it because I believe that your palate evolves. Like olives, it took me a long time to get to love them, and now I love them. I think they're the best thing ever. But when I first started eating them, I thought they tasted like Satan's testicles. Now, yeah, the best thing ever. However, that fucking lime, is it pickle or chutney? I don't really
chutney,
know.
Yeah.
Well, every time I put some on a poppadom, I'm just like, what is this? It is an assault on my senses. I do not like it.
I quite like it.
Yeah, I keep that. Of course you do. You drink Tabasco sauce like it's pop. Okay, I got one last thing to talk about, and it is definitely of every type of food, the greatest of all of them. Breakfast food. I know Jesus doesn't eat breakfast food, but for me, I think breakfast food is the king of all the foods. Dinner is grand, steaks are lovely, sandwiches are fantastic, but breakfast food is the king of all of them. And I know you're just going to say, oh yeah, I'll just have some oats, like a horse, or something really disappointing.
I think plain cornflakes is quite nice. A single Weetabix with water instead of milk. That's
a single Weetabix.
No.
Sorry, Weetabix. Okay, I always feel like I'm a right greedy fucker when I have 3 or maybe 4 of those, but 2 just doesn't seem anywhere near enough. I see 2 in a bowl, and I'm just like, well, where's the rest of your food? What are you doing?
My 2 sons are 7 and 10, and they'll both have 6 to 8 Weetabix in the morning.
Yes, mate. That's why they got such massive hair. It's the Weetabix.
I think I've seen and I've tried a recipe a while ago for a hash brown breakfast lasagna sort of thing.
Oh.
And I made it, and it was one of the most incredible things I've ever had.
Say what's in it. Let's hear this, please.
Right.
It sounds good.
Basically, you put a layer of hash browns on the bottom of a tray, of a bottom of a pan, yeah?
Is this a pan, or is this like a loaf tin?
No, like a loaf tin. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the culinary names of these things. So you layer that with hash browns, and obviously where they're triangular, you can fit them, so you've pretty much covered the whole surface. Then you get a cup or a mug with a small bottom and press it in, so you've got indentations, like 12 indentations or 6 indentations. Crack an egg into each of them. Yeah, you oven cook it until the eggs are cooked, then put another layer of hash browns over it. I can't remember the exact cooking, but it's basically a layer of hash browns with eggs in, then sausages, layer of bacon, beans and mushrooms all fried up and mixed together, all put along, and then another hash brown layer, and then you can repeat as necessary if you want.
Yeah.
And then cheese over the top of that, and just cut it out. And once it comes out the oven, it's like a pie. It's really gooey, and it's just made of hash browns, bacon, sausage, mushrooms, everything you can think of in a fry up. And it was incredible.
That sounds really good. I have seen a similar recipe to that actually, but the eggs were strictly on the top because you bake it for like 30 minutes and then you put the eggs in and you do it for another 15. That
could be the way it worked actually. Saying that, like I say, I'm a bit rusty on it. It's been a while. That sounds like.
Also, just from previous experience, if you're ever putting bacon inside something like that, for dear God, pre-fry it first because it will cook, but it will still be pink and it will look raw if you don't.
Yeah.
That's just a little top tip from a fat man. You're welcome, people.
There we go. Yeah, the only problem with that is for a breakfast meal, for a meal you start the day off, it will give you the fear for the rest of the day.
But I think it's meant to serve maybe 1 egg per person. So if there's 12 eggs there, you're not meant to eat the whole thing.
It's starting to dawn now.
Yeah.
That would explain all the extra cutlery as well, and all the hungry-looking people staring at me for the whole of the meal. I just thought they were being dickheads.
I've got 6 plates over. I'd be like, well, I only need 1. I don't even need that. I just need half the serving tray.
I use that one for my dirty napkins.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds epic. I like.
Yeah.
Go on then, Mr. Jeeves.
Mine will either be a fry-up, but I do quite like the sausage, egg and cheese bagel from McDonald's.
Oh, you ruined it by saying from McDonald's.
I don't know.
I have made.
They've got a certain
them at home.
No, McDonald's. Sorry, Jeeves. I imagine the one you make at home is delicious. But McDonald's are a massive stinking cesspool nowadays. And do you know the main reason why? Because I'm going to fucking tell you. So you may as well say yes. Oh no.
Yes or no?
No.
Yeah, I've lost as well, Jeeves. Come on, just.
No, it's because of their toasters. Okay, so way back in the day when we all started eating McDonald's, they had specific toasters for specific things. Okay, the muffins would go under one that was basically a furnace from hell, and it would give you a crispy bit, and the bottom would go nice and soft. Big Mac had its own special toaster. Normal buns had a normal toaster, and it would caramelize the buns, and the buns would get hot and soft. And now they've got something called a bop toaster, which you basically put it in the top and drop it down. And you know, like when you go to an all-you-can-eat breakfast and you have to put your toast through that machine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. same sort of principle. So, and that toast is always garbage, isn't it? I mean, you have to put it through like 19 times just to get a bit of colour on it, and then all of a sudden it'll be charcoal.
And if you drop a knife into those machines, the hotel management get really, really angry.
Do they
Apparently
really?
They're quite expensive, yeah, and that breaks them.
Huh, I didn't know that, but I will definitely try it next time. So hopefully they're replaced with actual toasters. But yeah, sorry to go on a massive rant about that, but that's two references to McDonald's.
Feels very much like you needed to get it off your chest, mate.
I need to get lots off of my chest, and unfortunately, not eating at McDonald's, you'd think the fat would be coming off of my chest, but alas, it is not.
all that delicious fat. Just make sure you exercise lightly, just to marble yourself thoroughly for when that day comes.
Yeah, so when that day comes, I'm like Wagyu beef.
Oh yeah.
No, Jeeves, sausage, egg and bacon bagel. I like that. Bagels are delicious when they're done nicely. They're shit when they're from McDonald's, though.
The only reason I like them from McDonald's is the fact that I haven't got to cook them.
Yeah. Look, I get it. Like, and the sausage meat is still delicious. It's so sweet. There's no meat like that.
Moving away from the breakfast slightly, just for a second, just on a tangent with the bagels. Another one of our favourite ref spots in London was the Brick Lane salt beef bagel shop.
Oh God,
bit of a mouthful. I don't know what it was called. It was always just called the bagel shop. But on Brick Lane, and it was open 24 hours a day, which was great. And we'd all rock up there like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And basically, there was no menu. There didn't need to be a menu. You were there for a salt beef bagel, or you weren't there. Yeah. So you rock up, just like, one please. Get the bagel, slice it in half, like proper, like you say, properly cooked bagels, slightly crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside.
Lovely.
Crack it open, carve a slice off this big stack of salt beef that they've got just simmering away on the back. Pile it high, fucking there you go, £3 or whatever it was, and it was incredible. And it was always rammed. 4 o'clock in the morning, rammed. The place was always busy. It's great.
I've have they where that Brick Lane, you've mentioned it a couple of times. Is there a big Jewish community over there? Because that sounds very much like a proper deli food.
Brick Lane's more, I think I don't know really. I think it was more Muslim, but it's a very multicultural area.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
genuinely interesting.
Yeah, it's just on the edge of the city of London. But I mean, there's a lot of multicultural stuff there. A lot of the stalls, the Brick Lane market, sell saris and wraps and stuff like that. Like
wraps.
Well, you know what I mean. Not like
they come with dolomite in it.
Some of them look like it, mate. To be honest, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. I always find that those areas always do the best food ever. I used to work in it was like a quite heavily Indian area of Southampton, and God damn it, man! Even the corner shop sandwiches were better than just normal ones. It's ridiculous, and they always had homemade samosas from like the owner's nan or something. They just make them every morning. Yeah. They would still be warm and just they were on point. Yeah, I love that. And for the record, my favourite breakfast food is got to be salmon and eggs.
Salmon and eggs.
Yeah, smoked salmon, nice, scrambled or poached. I don't care. I like eggs. I can have them anyway.
I could do that. Yeah,
delicious, and preferably on a breakfast muffin. So, like what McDonald's used to do nicely, but now do disgusting.
I think
one of them.
With a soft boiled egg, because I love that yolky sort of mixing with the salmon. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's banging. Well, in all fairness, I tend to do my fried eggs a little bit like poached eggs. It's sort of coddled, so I put the lid on a little bit of water. So they're almost poached, but they're like halfway in between, but they're fucking delicious.
I think, the best technique I've found for poached eggs is like, I'll get a pan, sort of fill it about 3/4 full of water, lightly salt the water, bring that to the boil, realise what I'm doing, turn it off, and go out for breakfast and get someone to cook it for me.
Yeah, I never
failed me. Yeah, it never failed me.
I never do poached eggs because I usually fuck them up, and no doubt we'll get a million comments of people giving me a blow-by-blow instructional video on how to do poached eggs, and I know how to fucking do them, but they still come out like shit. So
Natasha,
I'm not going to fucking.
If ever there was a time for you to pipe up about Sam's cooking, now is it?
Giving
him shit about his eggs. Crack
those
on,
eggs are
carry on.
delicious, by the way.
I'm
I
sure
mean,
they were.
it looked a fucking steak, but the idea was to sort of annoy people a little bit. There was 6 bits of bacon on that plate. No one picked up on the fact there was 6 bits of bacon on that. 6 bits of bacon, scrambled eggs, fried eggs, and pancakes all on one plate. It was a mess. It was nice. Though.
Yeah, I think definitely by far the best type of bacon is lots of it.
Yeah, 100%. You like smoked or non-smoked? I don't care as long as there's at least 6 bits.
I think I went to a burger van once, and they're like, I got bacon back, and I got 1 bit of bacon.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, I'll take that shit back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You have that. I'll have my money back, thanks.
Fuck too right. That's a travesty. Isn't it funny that like you can take people that wouldn't normally complain about anything, but you shortchange them with food and they're fucking raging. It's just like gloves are off or on in your case, Jeebs.
Just like, I'm missing half a pig here.
Yeah.
My local burger van, they do 3 bits of bacon, and it's pretty much spot on. I mean, 4 would be perfect.
Just quickly,
but 2
what
wouldn't be
sort
enough.
of bacon you go on? Your favourite bacon?
Crispy. I don't really care what sort, as long as it's crispy. Streaky's delicious if it's crispy.
Yeah.
Normal bacon is delicious if it's crispy. I mean, if
Smoked,
it's got to be
unsmoked.
Smoked, of course. Always smoked.
Yeah. Good. Just want to make sure,
I do this come dine with me once a week with my friends. We call it come dine with me, but it's not like proper come dine with me. It's just for lack of a better name. That's what we call it. And the brief is always cheese and bacon. So one of the first times I cooked for them, I did a halloumi and bacon and chicken breast stack with nacho cheese sauce. And I did something like 64 rashers of bacon, all stacked up. I'll find a picture of it because I'll put a picture of it on my Instagram. There'll be a picture now for the viewers. No word of a lie, every one of them, there were like 6 of us there. The next morning, we're all like, I'm so dehydrated. I've never been so dehydrated in my life.
Just wake up like a tea bag.
Yeah. It was because it was cheese and like halloumi, super salty, and I only bought smoked bacon because I'm a fucking idiot. I should have bought some normal bacon just to even it out a little bit. But yeah, we were all fucking dying. But it was impressive and very tasty.
Yeah.
I've got nothing else really on my list of shit to talk about.
The that streaky bacon is what I used to use for
wanking.
Hunter's chicken.
Oh, you've just ruined bacon for me.
Nice, Jesus. Nice.
Because what I'd do is I'd lay that out and weave it all in into like a lattice square, and then I'll put the a bit of cheese on. Then I'll put the chicken and wrap it up with, but just before I wrap it, I'll put more cheese on the top, wrap that up, and then put it as a parcel.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like a little delicious, gooey, meaty, salty, smoked.
But I cook that on a low heat over like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, that sounds dry.
It's
I would.
Cheese inside.
It sounds lovely though.
It is,
I like
really nice. And then was it about half an hour towards like a half hour, 20 minutes towards the end, I'll put more barbecue sauce over the top of it.
Nice.
Because the chicken I marinate overnight in barbecue sauce.
Nice. So all sounds wonderful, Jeeves.
Filthy.
I had a Hunter's chicken pie once that fucking ruined chicken pies for me. That did.
Oh, really?
It was so good.
Oh,
it
right.
was so good. Yeah. Well, it's cheese, barbecue sauce, chicken, and bacon. I mean, what's not to fucking love about that? It was absolutely perfect. Yeah. Oh, dear me. Yeah, I like that. Oh, okay. One more then. Comfort food. So, I don't know. You're poorly. Your mum's going to make you a dinner. I mean, it's not my mum in that case, but still, you know, that one comforting meal that just makes everything better.
Oh, you're going to slate me for it. Yeah. It's not very exciting. I like
mine's not very exciting.
A bowl of pasta, just plain pasta with chopped up chorizo and onion, fried and then chucked into it. And then that dished up just with a drizzle of olive oil and a bit of salt over the top.
That's very Mediterranean, Moochie. I'm not going to tell you. I assume if given the option, you probably have a few pine nuts toasted and thrown in there as well, would you?
I love pine nuts. I'd definitely do that. I was gonna weirdly
the whole thing like that with his arm.
Yeah, Salt Bay. Weirdly, I was going to do pine nuts in the dinner that I cooked the boys tonight, but instead I didn't because they're like £3.50 for 6.
Yeah, they are quite pricey. They are tasty though.
Very yeah, they're lovely. And I was like, the boys will love this. And then I was like, nah, the boys won't want it that much. They're too
yeah,
pricey.
I'll have them. Yeah. That's nice. That's not my idea of comfort food, but that does sound delicious. What about you, Jeeves? You've got to have one.
I've got 2.
Oh, blimey!
One of them is macaroni cheese with ham and bacon.
Yes, Jeeves.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Really plain and boring, but one of my go-to foods is just a plain cheese toasty.
Nice. What, in like a Breville or in a frying pan?
In my George Foreman.
I started doing that. It works really well, doesn't it?
It does fucking really well.
Really fucking well.
Try it as well with wraps.
Yes, I do that. It seals them up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, it's really, really effective. Yeah, I'm with you. They're very, very tasty. That's not boring. That's nice. I like both of them.
Go on then. What's yours? Not mushroom soup, Hazard. Oh, toad in a hole.
Toad in a hole. Mashed potato, onion gravy, a little bit of broccoli, and then I feel like I'm being healthy as well. But if I don't have onion gravy, if that's not on the cards, I don't want any of it.
I'll tell you what, toad in the hole is definitely something I constantly forget about.
Oh, I love it.
I love it, but
love it.
It's weird, isn't it? There's those foods that you love, and they're probably normally foods that you had quite a lot when you were a kid, and then you completely forget about them, and every now and then you get reminded, and you're like, I love that, I'm going to do it. And then by the time you've got to the shop, you've forgotten about it again, and I'll just have a Rustler's burger.
Yeah. Oh, Rustler's ribs are in, are they? I love one of them. Yeah. No, but
why do I feel like that was a little bit of a stab at me?
Mate, that's what I had for dinner last night. 2 Rustler's cheese.
Oh, is it? That's what I normally have on a night shift.
Now, when you have 2 Rustlers as your dinner, do you mix it up or do you just have 2 of the exact same?
Well,
they come in,
yeah, these are the cheeseburgers that come in a double pack.
Oh, okay, those ones. All right.
What I do though, if I'm feeling a bit frisky, sometimes what I'll do is I'll buy like the quarter pounder and all that, and then toast the buns separately, microwave the burger, stick the cheese on it, ditch the sauce, and instead I'll go for a big generous spoonful of jalapeno coleslaw.
Oh, lovely.
That makes a normal Rustler's microwave burger incredible.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you've got a Foreman to hand, put your Rustler's burger buns in the Foreman. That does something special to them. That's like old school McDonald's bun toasters, that
is. Sam, we've moved on from this. Come on.
No, we haven't. You have. I haven't.
I can't. You weren't there, man.
Yeah. Wankers. Ruined it. They ruined it and they bumped the price up for the pleasure. Shocking. Oh, wow. It's fun talking about food. I like talking about it. It's easy, isn't it? Everybody eats.
Yeah, well, that's it. Everyone's got an opinion, haven't they?
Yeah. We didn't even get bogged down reading all the fucking comments. I couldn't read all the fucking comments. They all said amen, didn't they?
Yeah, and high five.
How long is that boost going on for? Are we going to be getting amens for the next 5 days?
Until Wednesday. It won't let me cancel it. It'll only let me pause it. And I'm like, the longer I pause it, it's just putting it off, innit?
Oh.
We'll rip off the Band-Aid. We'll get all of our... By the way, welcome. And what's hello in Spanish? I don't know.
Hola.
Hola. Hola to all of our new friends.
Every time you put that accent on, mate, all I can think is you in the back of my car. Where's my cheese man?
Hey, do you know who didn't comment with her favourite for her last meal? The old Horatoga herself.
We'll just assume it's 2 pizzas. That's what a normal pizza order is from Domino's.
2? That's a starter,
no,
isn't it?
Sorry, it's 3, isn't it? Is it 3?
3.
Yeah, she just
starter, main, starter, main, and dessert.
Then makes up something about her other half needing to eat and all that. It's like, yeah, whatever.
And then, yeah, she has one for breakfast, the next day.
I can't open the jar, Lucian.
This is brilliant. Is there an adult around that can help you?
Oh
Maybe-
no, I put it on wonky. I screwed it on wonky. Like,
This is where it just goes.
I could pop a hole, but then it's not going to be safe, is it?
What do you mean it's not?
Oh
gonna be
no,
safe?
I can't open them. I can't open them.
This seems.
I feel like we should end it here with a little to be continued. ... Tune in next week to find out if Sam gets into them.
It's fucked. I'll fuck the jar up, haven't I?
Oh. Defeated. Pure defeat.
Pure
Hey.
defeat, and it's leaked.
This is where
Is
we
it-
could use. This is where
is
we could
the
use
li-
one of those new versus animations. Sam versus this jar of
Yeah,
pickled
Sam
onions.
versus- Got it off.
Ah,
Get on. I really want to see, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to all our listeners here, but this is one for the viewers only. You might be able to hear it.
They have matured, Mushu. They smell like my nostril hairs are going to burn off.
Pop one in.
I'm going to have to get a fork. I'm going to lose the skin off my fingers otherwise.
Jeeb, you're about to watch indigestion happen live.
I
Live.
feel like I'm literally about to watch what would happen if someone consumed the alien blood.
He's got his pickled tongues. Hear them start to hiss. Let's have a look at
Okay.
the beast because they're horrifically dark as well, aren't they? Look at that.
Now,
No.
I don't know if there's any pickling enthusiasts out there, but I found out after I started pickling that if you put garlic into pickled onions and then pickling liquor, they go blue. So these were named Heisen pickles because, like blue ice, they are. Oh God, this is going to be bad.
Well,
True.
sorry.
It's a challenging flavour, people.
For the record, I think these are the nicest things
There's
ever.
some dry
They're
heaving.
So good. Okay, we're just currently watching Sam trying not to spit it out. He's gone. He's gone.
He failed. No. Oh, he's still going. Still going.
The problem being, all he's going to be able to be breathing at the moment is vinegar. You've gone very
Eyes
red.
watering. Wow.
Well,
I'm literally just waiting for for in the moment. He just goes.
I hope you do some of them for Christmas. I really do.
Oh, no, I'll definitely.
Save one
good.
for Andy.
They're still. I think Jay's mum's got some still because
I
I,
think,
don't think
yeah.
anybody ate them.
There is on the island somewhere. There is half a jar of these pickled onions waiting for me, but I can't track them down. They're somewhere.
I made all my sisters some, and none of them ever said anything about eating them. So they probably ended up just wasting them, if I'm honest.
I think they were incredible. They're the most amazing creations.
I made those. I made those in
83.
October last year. I mean, they have not got weaker. That's for sure. God, my fucking mouth.
I'll just put it out there. Like smoking, pickling makes everything taste better. I think.
Not everything. Doesn't make cheese taste better.
I'd eat pickled cheese. Hell yeah.
What? Chocolate?
Yep.
Ice cream?
Yep. I would eat anything pickled. If you can pickle it, I will eat it.
Well,
I feel like this is now a challenge.
I'm not. No, I mean, making pickled onions is a ball ache, mate. It is. It is. Well, you know what it's like when you peel an onion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now peel 500 onions.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. It was. I was crying.
No, I really
found out-
appreciate the effort, and I think it was well worth it.
Well, I'll definitely make you some this year. Jeeves, it's a waste of you, so I won't even bother. I'll see if I can get you a real big jar this time, Lucia, as opposed to just a normal jar. But
I'll tell you what, I will try one.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good on you.
Didn't we crack open that jar when?
Don't like onion, but I will try one.
That's what I like to hear, Jeeves.
Still absolutely delicious. God, that was fucking. That really did set my eyes off, though. Woo!
Well,
anyway.
I think it's probably a good time to think about wrapping up because you're probably going to need to go to the bathroom. We haven't run out of topics. I think we could carry on going for ages, but you can't really drag them on forever. So we can always revisit though.
Yeah, let's call it. I don't even know how long we've been going. As I say, it's a super easy one to talk about this evening.
What I will say though is, aside from the all the likes and amens that we got on that previous post, it is really good to have a lot of engagement. Thank you very much for engaging on the Facebook side of things, on the YouTube comments and stuff like that. We're trying to get the Instagram up and running, but all of us are too old to know how it works properly. I'm doing
the Instagram. What are you talking about? It's fine. It's
working
fine. I've got to blow my nose.
Now. The other thing that we need to mention is obviously, Zach.
It literally comes back as we're wrapping up.
Yeah, well, why not? At least he gets to say goodbye this time. It's lovely. Yes, so thanks to the thanks to everyone that's followed and everything like that. If we can have if I can mention the sorry, all that noise really fucking put me off. Mention the merch store as well. Obviously that's up and running now. It has been for a little while. Do go and check it out. Spreadshirt/Pacifist Pod Shop. Check it out. There's loads of stuff on there for sales. Still a 15% off offer on everything for the next week, if my maths is correct.
Yeah, one more week.
Yeah, and in the meantime, if you can like and get your friends to like it, like the page, like the videos, blah blah blah, subscribe, you know the drill. But if you can get your friends to do it as well, it'll be good. All very much appreciated.
Cool.
Nice. So it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Fuck you. See you later, people.
Bye bye.
There we go. Just in time to say goodbye.